God damn.
Oh man, what is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing here today for episode 327? This is your July 17th edition of the news, man. Thank you guys for joining us as always. This is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works. Every Monday after Raw, we are on here with NHP Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news. And for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly afterwards with the post-show review. We will be predicting Saturday night's main event today. However, we will not be live for Saturday night's main event tomorrow. As obviously you guys know, we don't do Saturday night's main events 9 times out of 10, unless it's fucking John Cena's last match or something big enough happening on the show. We'll go live, but honestly, this doesn't fall under that category, so we will not be live for that. However, we will be live next week. Next weekend, rather, for AEW Redemption, man. We'll be live for AEW Redemption, and then this is basically the last pay-per-view-less weekend for the next 2 weeks, as we got Redemption and SummerSlam on back-to-back weekends. So there's that, but yes, if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, you guys can now find that on all platforms. We spoke about Kenny Omega being the right choice to become world champion. So if you guys did miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Monday after Raw for Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, where you can find this beautiful piece, the slept on since 2020 design, as well as all the other OG designs live on there as we speak, man. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got none other than we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead and let the people know what it is you are smiling about this evening.
You know, man, I'm smiling this evening because although there was some bad news we'll talk about earlier in the week, I'm sure you guys know what that bad news was, fucking 2028, but there was some good news this week, and especially today, if you're a Fallout fan like myself, man, a bunch of new stuff got announced, man. The CEO of Xbox has basically told Bethesda to hurry the fuck up on everything they're doing, and they announced 2 remakes of Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which is very fun. And Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas, themselves are working on another Fallout game, which is very, very fun. The news is kind of a concern around that game because they were making like a whole other game that the Xbox CEO basically told them it turned that game into a Fallout game. So that's a little interesting creatively. Hopefully everything's okay with that, but I trust them, and that shit sounds fun, man. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for all of that, man. Very good news. If you are a Fallout fan, man, so I like the sound of that. As for the bad news, man, 2028. Batman got delayed yet again. Now this time, it's seemingly not because of anything production related. It's solely because of another movie that Warner Brothers wants to promote on the original release date. Well, not the original. If it was the original release date, I think we would have watched the movie by now. But
I think it would be this year, right?
It would have been this year. I think it literally would have been out in a few weeks or something.
I think it was like October, I think, of 2026.
It literally makes no fucking sense, man. But a movie called The Great Beyond, which is apparently, I was like, okay, you know what? This movie got fucking Batman delayed. Let me look into it. Apparently, that movie's already done being like filmed, and it's gonna spend a year in post-production because apparently they didn't like it. So they're basically doing it for a repaired movie. And gotta wait on the Batman for a repaired failure that's probably gonna come out and fail anyway. So that's just great, man. But the teaser they did put for the Batman looked fucking fire. Of course it did. I'm still excited. Just unfortunate it had to be moved again for seemingly none other reason but Warner Brothers, man. So overall, I'm doing good. Good Fallout news, bad Batman news, and I'm doing good. And the wrestling news, at this point, it's always kind of just here. At this point, man. At
Yeah,
the time,
yeah.
me and you use this part to talk about, the actual fun things in life, whether it's basketball, whether it's Batman, whether it's this or that. And it's not really wrestling at this point, man, unfortunately. But I'm doing good, man. Like Durante always asked, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the chat? How's they doing in the replay? What's up, Logan, Jeff? Same way. I want that new Far Cry game. I've seen leaks about the newest Far Cry game, but constantly I hear. I saw the most recent leaks for the Far Cry like theories and like what got leaked for like the potential next Far Cry 7 details. It's like I think one of the details was it's gonna have a 72-hour time limit to complete the game, which sounds fucking horrible in
What? I'm not
practice.
playing a
Um,
permadeath. What?
like oh man,
They
just
suck.
just
They suck,
it's
dude.
it's not that difficult, man. It's not that difficult to make a good Far Cry game. Same with Uncharted 2. Aren't they in production for another Uncharted?
Yeah.
Actually, I thought I've heard
From
that.
what we've heard. So, apparently, I remember a couple of years ago people saying that it was not going to be a Naughty Dog thing anymore, and it was good. They were going to give it to Sony to try to do something with it, but apparently now Naughty Dog is involved for
Hmm.
another adaptation of it. I don't know. It's something I do want. It's something I do want, but obviously in the modern stage of gaming, there's definitely a lot of fears. I fear that they will put, you know, their in-app purchases and stuff behind it.
Yeah, you know it.
Which the old Uncharted did have those, and I don't mind them when you keep them to an extent. I remember begging my dad for $2 so I could buy fucking Donut Drake in Uncharted 2 so I could play with a fat version of Nathan Drake. And he actually, dude, it took me like weeks of begging, but he finally fucking he finally
Hey,
gave me the 199 on the PlayStation Store to buy Donut Drake.
hell yeah.
But Uncharted, it's always tricky too, because I do want the game. However, it's always weird, like when they kill a series off, like they kind of ended it with a thief's end, hence the name of the game. But then they bring it back, so I don't know. I would definitely be interested to see it, but I'd be very kind of weirded out to see how they do it. I also Uncharted 4, they was a bit weird to me. Any First of all, anybody, I'm sorry, I'm just point blank, if anybody says Uncharted 4 is their favorite one, you're not a fucking real Uncharted fan, bro. I'm
Oh
sorry.
wow, damn. Big
People
team.
but they're fake demons. I'm sorry. Everybody knows it's between two of them.
Uh-huh.
It's between 2 and 3. Okay, that those ones are far and away the best. Yes, Uncharted 4 plays the smoothest because it's the newest one. I'll give them that. But,
Hmm.
like, in terms of story, bro, if you ask me, nobody's fucking with 2. I mean, 3 kind of fucks with 2, but, like, 2's the best one for me. 2 is just so good. It's so good.
Hey,
But, no, I would be down for it. Far Cry, I gotta say, downright scared for Far Cry. Whatever Far
no, I'm
Cry 7
terrified.
is, downright scared for, because I, I, this may be an odd take for a lot of people. I know people love 3. I did like 3. I really did. But my favorite one is 5, and my second favorite one is 4. 3 is
Mm,
my third favorite one. I still really love 3, but like those 3 games, 3, 4, and 5 for me,
that's a
were
three-peat.
like the essence of like what Far Cry is. And I think 6 was so fucking ass and so terrible in so many different ways. I remember being so excited for that game, and they absolutely just drove the car into a fucking wall with Far
They
Cry
really
6,
did.
bro.
They 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 fucked that one up.
Like, dude, oh my god, absolutely fucking terrible, bro. Terrible, terrible, terrible game was Far Cry 6. I remember all the hype going into it, and you know everybody was thinking the little kid, I think his name was Diego, everybody, this guy Nort, bro. This guy Nort's in the chat, bro. This guy's texting me, bro. What's
Oh
wrong
shit.
with my guy Nort? He's not in the chat. He's texting me personally, bro. What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, bro.
He wants us to talk about naughty puppies.
Puppies.
That's what he
Oh,
says, bro. I don't know what Nort's
I
thinking.
don't know if that's the name of the developer.
I I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, bro. What the fuck was I saying, bro? Far Cry. Yes. Oh, Far Cry 6, dude. We go through Far Cry 6, and again, they have this little kid, and everybody's thinking this little kid is like a young Vaz. And I remember being
Yeah.
hype. I'm like, okay, cool. That'll be a cool origin story for Vaz, right?
Nope.
I'll say, and then at the end of the fucking game, dude, they just kill the
just
kid
shows up.
off, and that's it. That's it. And then too, I also hated how your character had
No interaction.
no interaction. He didn't even like give a fuck about you. He wanted your friend. He had the big beef with your friend, and
You were like just a nuisance, I guess. Like the main character was like a side character essentially. It
yes,
made no sense, man. Far Cry 6 and like Carlo Esposito, great actor, and
amazing.
his acting in that was great. You could tell they just hired him for the ads, and that was it. And I really that's why like people really want Cillian Murphy for fucking Far Cry 7 and I feel like they're just going to do the same thing if they get a big actor like that. They're going to do the exact same thing where he's all over the ads, but you barely actually interact with him in the game because he's too expensive to hire. I want them to just do a random just actor for the villain because that kind of just works out best for Far Cry. Look at the three best. They're all just random actors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. And then the cherry on top of the fucking shitstorm was at the end of the game, they tease a Vaz return. Like now, after the shit I just
Now,
played, you want to tease to me a nostalgia pill. And it's like that was why I was one of the people. I love Vaz. I really do. I think he's an amazing character. But bro, don't bring him back because if this is the type of games you're
no,
making
you're gonna
now,
fuck it up.
don't fuck his legacy up. It's like WWE, bro. It's like WWE. It's like me getting scared for them bringing Enzo and Cass back because it's like I don't want you to fuck up a tag team that I loved. You know what I mean? It's
They're gonna
like
fuck it up. I know they are.
you know they fucking are, bro. But no, Far Cry, dead downright scared for that series, bro. Downright
I'm
scared for
terrified
that series. And I didn't even know about any of these little teasers or anything you're talking about. So now I don't know. Now I'm even more scared. Now I'm even more scared to be honest, bro.
And every time I watch like a Far Cry 7 possible leak details or whatever, the location changes. I've seen one where it's Alaska, where it's Japan, where it's China, where it's another other random place. And those locations don't even sound bad, but
Mhm.
like it's all the other details, like the 72-hour time limit, other like weird details in there. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't want to speed run the game. What the fuck you mean I got
But
72
I want to
hours to complete
explore.
it?
That's the
Yeah.
whole point of Far Cry. You explore and you fuck around and you do side shit
Yeah.
half the time.
Oh yeah, dude. Far Cry is one of the like if I think to like 3, 4, and 5, like some of the funnest games for there's nothing like driving around a Far Cry map like in first person.
Yeah,
Obviously in first person, but like some about like driving them cars in first person, like it just feels so
it was
like
just legit.
it feels so cool, dude. And then like climbing the watchtowers to like unlock like certain parts of the like unlock a region of the map. Speaking of unlocking regions of the map, that's one thing I can't stand about modern Assassin's Creed games. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been having a fuck ton of fun on Shadows. I really have, but I hate like how you have to explore the map to like unlock it. It really irks me. Like, why can't I just
Like,
go to one of these viewpoints, look around in the little fucking hold L2 to observe and unlock the map. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I don't get that type of shit, man. Not every game needs to do that system where the map is all foggy until you explore that area, then it gets revealed. Like, the whole point half the time with Far Cry was climbing a tower, or Assassin's Creed fucking climbing a tower, and you unlock the general area around that
Yeah.
tower. That's the whole point. I don't understand, man.
It's it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. I also don't like in Shadows. Another thing I don't like, when you get a mission, you have like these scouts, and you have to have them like scout the area to figure out where the mission is. 9 times out of 10, what I've been doing, I just go on a YouTube video and I just look up where the fucking thing's located, and like the people will show you. Because like, and if you use all your scouts, then you don't get any more for like a little bit. So it's like, and it's like, if you scan the wrong area, then you just lose the scout and you don't know. Like, you just have to, I guess, fucking guess where a mission is. It's kind of, they do give you a general area. It's just rather fucking annoying. I would just rather look up the fucking YouTube video and figure out where it is myself. Jeff says he's playing Black Flag now. I'll probably be playing that as soon as it goes on sale, to be honest. But I did play Black Flag. I want to say I replayed it in 2020.
I think so.
Dude, even without the resync, that game is a gem, bro. That game is an absolute gem. 3 and 4 for me for Assassin's Creed. 3 and then 4 Black Flag. Dude, that was like the peak of my childhood, bro. Those are amazing. Other than that, other than the mission finding and the map, Shadows has been really fucking fun, man. I can't lie. This is one of this is one of the more favorite Assassin's Creeds that I've played, like, modernly. Syndicate was pretty good. I remember Syndicate being pretty good, and then from what I played of Valhalla, it wasn't really that good. Wasn't really that good, man. I can't lie. But let's see. Yes, so yes, I do want a new Far Cry and Uncharted for sure. I really just hope they're done right. But
For real.
on a side note, Unity. Which one was
I don't
Unity?
think I played Unity.
There was a big chunk where I did not play any of them, like Odyssey, Mirage. I don't think I played Unity. I don't think I did. A large bit of those I did not play. Also, too, speaking of Far Cry, how the fuck did you go from Far Cry 4 and off of that you went to Primal?
And like, a lot of people like Primal, and I'm sure it's like a good, like, fun, prehistoric type of game. It should not be a Far Cry game, if I'm being honest,
What are
bro.
we doing?
You could have completely made it the same way you did. You should not have called that game Far Cry. You could have just called it, like, Primal, or just some prehistoric name to give it the little name, and boom, you got your own little game. That has nothing to do, at least for me, with the whole point to Far Cry, man. It really don't.
No, 100%. But yes, they absolutely nailed. They nailed 5, bro. They absolutely nailed 5. I remember I want to say it was like it was my last year of high school, so it was 2020. I still remember the day I bought Far Cry 5 and Days Gone. And I bought both of them because they were both on sale. And then I bought New Dawn as well, Far Cry New Dawn. And that was like that was such a like that pandemic era had like some of the craziest stretches of games I ever played. Like going from Days Gone to Far Cry 5. Oh man, it was a good time.
Very good run.
Yeah, it was a great
Hell
run.
yeah.
But yeah, Far Cry 5, dude, I can't wait to fucking replay it. Also, yeah, 5 was absolutely amazing, bro. My guy Jeff says, more good news. Caleb Wilson is him.
Oh shit. Is he?
Listen, I really hope so. And I gotta say, from what we've seen, it's looking pretty good. But yeah, he looks like a dog, man. He looks like a dog. I've seen I've seen clips of him saying, I've seen interviews with him saying he gets 2,000 to 2,500 shots up a day. So he's been working his tail off, man. He's been working his tail off. He's been going crazy in the summer league. He's been going very crazy in the summer league. I don't know, man. I don't know. Caleb might be the most popular name in Chicago here in a couple months. But hopefully, man, hopefully the Bulls got themselves another good one, man, because it's been a while. It's been a while. The last real superstar that we've had, to me, that actually represented, embodied Chicago for the Bulls was Jimmy Butler. For me it was obviously, you know, D Rose was gone before him, but Jimmy Butler, that whole Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan era, they were great until then Lonzo got hurt, and you know that's always going to be a huge what if of what they could have been. But the last time we've had a real superstar on our team for me, was JB, Jimmy G buckets, bro. So hopefully Caleb Wilson ends up being pretty good, man. Again, he looks very, very good in the summer league. Sometimes this happens in the NBA where we get the summer league demons, where they're fucking demons in the summer league, and then they come to the actual league and they kind of suck. So hopefully that's not the case. But he looks really good out there, man. He looks really good, and he looks really dedicated to the city and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see. And hopefully the Bulls don't have another superstar that they fucking squander away. So yeah, man. The day the day they traded away Jimmy Butler was very sad for me, man. I was a big Jimmy Butler mark. I really was. I really was. I always wished that Rose Butler Joakim Noah era of the Bulls did work out for them, man. I really wish it did. That was the last time we played like meaningful basketball. I remember watching that Derrick Rose fucking game winner against the Cavs, dude. For me, that was the last time I would say Chicago played like really meaningful basketball, and ever since then we've been a fucking play-in team. So absolutely terrible, man. Absolutely fucking terrible. Um, but Gotti's in the chat, bro. What happened to your profile picture, dude?
Whatever, bro. You
What?
take it away, man.
um,
Oh, Gotti, how you been?
were you upset when they traded away Zach? Personally, fuck no. I fucking hated that era of the Bulls so much. Like, now the 2021 year, I was like,
Hater.
wow. I was like, wow, they actually look like good. They actually look really good. I remember we had Caruso, we had we had DeMar DeRozan, we had Lonzo Ball, we had Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams was like potential at the time. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know, they actually look they like this team looks good, man. This team looks good. There he is. There
There
he
it is.
is.
There's the normal one.
Um so they looked really good, and then you know, once Lonzo got hurt, they fucking completely fell off. And it's like Zach LaVine, that Zach LaVine era of the Bulls was complete like pretenderism, bro. That was like dude, they couldn't get out of the fucking first round, and yet the Bulls were just like, you know, this is our guy. And it's so frustrating, dude. It's so frustrating. It's been so frustrating being you know, watching the Bulls and growing up watching the Bulls. Obviously you guys know my number one team is the Mavs, but there'll always be a piece of me that is a Bulls fan, bro. It's like it's so frustrating watching them never fully commit to a fucking rebuild. And instead they just again they stuck it out with a fucking group of pretenders, bro. Like good players, but pretenders, bro. These guys aren't number one options on championship winning teams, straight up. And they kept on to
Damn.
them for so long, man. And it just this is frustrating, man.
Bunch of
Very,
pretenders.
very frustrating. But I was not excited at all. I was fucking pumped when they got rid of Zach LaVine. I was excited for them to finally blow the whole fucking playoff team era up. Um, Yes, Caleb Wilson does look good, man. I'm excited for him. I'm very excited for him. Hopefully, also some more basketball news. LeBron says he's not going to keep us waiting much longer, and apparently the league is getting antsy because they want to hurry up and make a schedule.
Bro.
So hopefully we don't have too much longer to figure out. And apparently there's been clips of Steve Kerr saying he was telling fans who asked him about LeBron, "We got him." If LeBron goes to the Warriors, That's actually gonna be fucking insane. I know a lot of people are gonna fucking hate it. You know what I mean? Always see, you know, LeBron's gonna ruin his legacy. Curry and Draymond they're gonna ruin the legacy of the Warriors. Yeah, if fucking LeBron went there 10 years ago, these guys are at the tail end of their careers. Like, that doesn't no one's legacy is gonna be torched here. Now again, if fucking LeBron went to the Warriors in 2016 to join up with Kevin Durant and fucking and the rest of the guys they had over there, then yeah, maybe I get your point. Bro, these guys are damn near 40. Like, yes, like Gotti says, bro, like, yes, it will be fucking cool to see them play together, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see it, but it's like, they're not gonna be winning anything, bro. Like, nobody's legacy is gonna be torched, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Like, get out of here. But I actually kind of want to see LeBron and the Warriors. I can't fucking lie, dude. But at the end of the day, I could see I could still see like a Cleveland or maybe Minnesota or Philly, one of the two. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, that's the fun stuff, I guess. That's pretty much everything I got. Everything I got for everything non-regarding wrestling. Now the wrestling stuff. The wrestling stuff, man. We're gonna start you guys off with AEW here today. Yes, Gotti says those 15 games they all play together are gonna be cinema. Yeah, very, they definitely are, bro. They definitely are. But AEW, man, AEW. Like I said, we're gonna start you guys off with AEW. Also, too, yesterday was like Giannis's Miami coronation, I guess, or his like they finally did the press conference, the big coronation of him joining the Miami Heat. Looks weird. It doesn't look bad. It just looks weird seeing him not in a Bucks uniform. But anyways, AEW, man, AEW. We're gonna start you guys off with AEW here today, and we're gonna start you guys off with bad news. We're gonna start you guys off with the bad news, man. According to the Observer, the belief within the wrestling industry as of now is that Limitless Keith Lee is retired. The last time Keith Lee was seen was December of 2023. But we're coming up on 3 years.
Almost 3 years with no Keith Lee, man.
And it looks like now he is quietly retired, man. Keith Lee was just recently in the news. I guess him and Mia Yim got divorced. That was like going viral in the wrestling Twitter for the past couple days, and now we're hearing this.
Wrestling Twitter.
Yeah, they love the drama.
They love drama. They love TMZS drama. You won't, at least when you guys can trust us. We won't be. It's not a news story to us. That's fucking personal business that no one needs to talk about, man.
Literally. So we heard that a couple days ago, and I guess to keep up the fucking train of bad news, apparently now Keith Lee's retired.
Damn, man. Damn, I love Keith Lee, man. He, like Gotti says, one of the biggest fucking flops by WWE and by AEW, genuinely, man. And man, I love Keith Lee. He was a beast in NXT right when he came up right before he was the Bearcat, and he kind of was dipping his toes on that Survivor Series against fucking Roman Reigns. That shit was peak, man. That shit was peak. And he went to AEW, was in a tag team, and the tag team was really cool, and they didn't really do nothing with him. And we haven't seen him since, man. And due to probably seemingly, from all we know, some personal health issues at the time, man. And seemingly has to retire, man. I love Keith Lee. This really breaks my fucking heart, man. And man, I wish we could have got to see a true career run by Keith Lee somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, man. This one, This one is definitely crazy to hear. Obviously he's been gone for a really long time, but it's just it's crazy to hear it if it actually ends up being true. But according to wrestling Twitter, man, some people are saying that
You know,
he retired because he got divorced. You know,
Eh,
I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything, but
so we're never gonna see Jey Uso again by that fucking logic.
you
You
know
got
what?
some
Hopefully
fucking
that logic is fucking true. Actually, now that you put it like that,
the fuck out of here. What the fuck are wrong with fans, dude?
they
Man,
they 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 want to connect the dots in any which way they can, bro.
damn, bro. Shit didn't go well. Just didn't work out. Got divorced.
You
I can
just
never
gotta
step in a
retire.
ring again.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
correlation. What the fuck is wrong with people?
I seen I seen one comment. I can't remember like what platform it was on. It was TikTok or
I don't
Instagram.
know.
And it was like a edit of Keith Lee. And legitimately one of the comments said, "I wonder if this has anything to do with him and Meechin getting divorced." I wanted to just comment, "Are you fucking stupid?" Like,
You a
literally,
moron.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
what?
like what?
What is what?
Again? What's the what the fuck does that have to do with anything, bro? But
Bro
wrestling
hasn't been
fans,
seen in the ring for fucking 2.5 years. But no, this divorce that seemingly just happened is because why he ain't back. What? What's wrong
no,
with you?
I don't understand, bro. But on a serious note, bro, um, jeez, jeez, man. This one is this one sucks. I can't lie, man.
Mm-hmm.
This one definitely sucks, bro. This guy, uh, God, I always think back to that like 20 run from Keith Lee, piggybacking off of like that stuff he did at Survivor Series in Chicago with Roman Reigns. Like,
Yep.
man, that was like the peak, the peak of Keith Lee, man, going into 2020. The stuff he did with like Dijakovic, and then like the stuff with Adam Cole, and him being like the first double champ. Like, man, it was just such a it was such an awesome like fairy tale run that like obviously never got fulfilled. He ended up getting called up in 2020, and obviously we debuted fucking basketball shorts singlet Keith Lee. He looked like he was about to fucking
Bearcat.
ball somebody up, and then yeah, and then he switched over to the Bearcat after that, where he was like a fucking bear. He
But
growled at
like also
people and
like a
stuff.
wildcat and would
He-
like claw at people. It was one of the worst fucking Vince things ever.
it was so fucking terrible, dude. But obviously we ended up getting the AEW run, and it seemed like it was going good at first with Swerve and Our Glory, bro, and then everything just fucking swerved out of control for Keith Lee, and
Um,
that was that was man, that was pretty much it. And it's like ever since then we've seen like little to none of him, and then obviously he went away. This one sucks. This one sucks, I can't lie. Keith Lee definitely falls under that category of like one of those NXT guys that I think a lot of people had like a lot of hype for, in their careers, and then they obviously ended up not really being anything, man. And it really sucks to see. It really sucks to see the mishandling of talent when he was healthy. And a lot of people say like, injuries derailed his career. No, Vince derailed his career, and then after that, Tony Khan derailed his career. Nobody was doing anything with the guy. Nobody really understood what they truly had in him.
no.
And I remember, dude, like when he was coming into AEW, everybody was saying it at the time, like, bro, Keith Lee should be the first black AEW world champion. Like, how cool would
He
that
should
be?
have
Like
been.
Keith Lee, and he, as much as I think we all love that Swerve
I love
ended up
Swerve.
being the first, but it's like I think like there was all that small piece of us at the time when Keith Lee was coming in that thought like, bro, this guy would be the perfect guy to do that. And obviously it all ended up just being a fucking fairy tale, was Keith Lee's career of what could have been. To me, it's always, if he really is retired. Now again, this is the Observer, so I wouldn't fucking doubt, Keith Lee's retired,
You
and then
see
he
him
fucking
next
pulls
week.
up at fucking Redemption. You know what I mean?
You
So,
literally.
and the craziest thing, and the thing that gives me a slight glimmer of hope A is wrestlers say they're retired all the fucking time. Look at Leo Rush.
That is true.
And B,
That is true.
we just heard of Keith Lee coming back. You know what I mean? Like, we just heard of him coming back, and it's like he was in the ideas or the thoughts to, come back soon, and for whatever reason it got axed. Yes, that could be because Keith Lee's retired, but it also could be because, maybe Tony Khan just didn't like the idea, or he didn't see fit for the creative or whatever. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't doubt for Keith Lee to, like, come back. You know what I mean? I'm not completely writing the guy off. I'm giving it a little bit of hope, man. But at the end of the day, too, he could very well be retired, being the fact that Keith Lee originally was taken off of television for health issues. You know what I mean? So I also wouldn't doubt if he just wouldn't want to risk that and he wouldn't want to wrestle again. So again, I think there maybe could be a slight glimmer of hope for maybe seeing this guy return one day. But I honestly, man, I would largely close the chapter on it, man. Again, he's getting up there in age. He's getting up there in age, and the health problems, I just wouldn't doubt if Keith Lee was actually done for good. So, again, man, it really sucks, and for me, this is always going to be one of the biggest, like, what ifs in professional wrestling, or one of the guys that, could have been an absolute megastar, and it just didn't pan out that way. And like Jeff said, man, future Dark Side of the Ring episode. I could absolutely see that, and that fucking sucks, because Keith Lee is fantastic, man. But I wish him all the best. Whether he's going to return at Redemption in a week and a half, or whether he's actually done for good. I do wish him the best. And again, this is just one of the more sad stories of a fallen off superstar in professional wrestling.
100%.
So, man, there's Adam Cole, unfortunately, is probably on that
Adam
list
Cole.
now. He was another guy that everybody
Adam
was
Cole.
like, Adam fucking Cole, dude. Everybody, I remember when he came into AEW, dude, everybody was like, no question, no ifs, ands, or
World
buts. This
champ.
guy's a fucking world champion, bro. And they were
Yep.
fucking right. And to think
They were
that,
gonna do it.
yeah, and to think that fucking Adam Cole never hasn't been the AEW world champion, and he's been in AEW for 5 years, is just so fucking
And he's
ridiculous.
seemingly retired. It's crazy.
Man. Malachi Black, Bobby Roode, Nakamura.
Well, he probably wouldn't appreciate the AEW world title because he wanted his Mania moment. So I think that one might be on him.
Well, outside of AEW, just falling off superstars in general. In general, man. Bobby Roode, Nakamura, fucking.
Damn. It's crazy to think all the people that were like gonna be the future, and they just
Finn.
Companies don't know what to do with them. Finn never won a world title again. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to think of all the people that like should be world champion here, should be world champion there. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I gotta say, at least for like guys like Finn and KO, like, yes, it's been a long time since they've been world champion. I guess at least they're mainstays. You know what I mean? They're kind of like, staples.
And I really think KO would have got it if he didn't get in. I really think that was the general plan. So it really does suck for KO. I think he was slated to have a really good 2025 and 2026, and I think everything just got fucked up, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know it was in my plans. I hope it was in theirs.
It was in my plans.
Then there's the two ones that fucking hurt the most, obviously, are fucking Gargano and Ciampa. You know what I mean? Those guys are supposed to be main eventing WrestleManias, bro. At least Andrade's still kicking, bro. How you know?
Hey,
he's still doing it.
How you know? He's still moving, bro. He's still moving. I got fucking Gargano, fucking Punk telling him to lock in, but he's still doing the great gimmick, so that just looks even better. And I don't know what Punk thought he was doing with that. He don't got no power, apparently, because Bro, he just fucking basically called him a bitch, told him to stand up, and they still got him doing that exact same gimmick of laying down on a crate. And AEW has fucking Ciampa stuck in the Jericho vortex still.
Well,
Good
now,
lord.
now he's in the Painmaker vortex. You
Oh
know?
yeah, fucking his other washed gimmick that he fucking killed the image of.
Yeah,
Oh man,
fucking for real.
God, they should
Well,
not have let him come back in the ring.
well, you know what can make this better, and honestly, man, you know what can make this better with Jericho. You know, maybe after the Painmaker, maybe we get Champa versus Chris Jericho, Corazon de Leon. You know, Lionheart
Oh,
Jericho.
oh, they would do that shit.
Yeah,
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 he's
that'll
gonna
make
pull
it
out all
better.
the stops.
Yeah, he is. He is, isn't he?
He's gonna pull out the Lionheart. He's gonna pull out El Campeon. He's gonna fucking pull out fucking
Oh yeah, I
everything,
forgot
dude.
about La
I know,
Champion.
Christian. Yeah, I know he's gonna do all that shit, dude.
You know what pisses me off about Jericho too? He never used to be one for recycling things.
No, he
He
never
was
used to
always very
recycle
good
things.
at that, actually. He was always very good at, like, if something's in
Changing
the
his character.
past, it's in the past. Now,
Yep.
eventually Jericho came up with the problem in AEW where, like, he would kind of let things go for a little bit too short. You know what I mean? Before he wanted, like, a
Yeah.
complete switch up. He never quite was good at finding, like, a sweet spot for anything.
No.
It
It
was
was
either
always
too
way too
long
long.
or way too, like, short before he did a complete, like, rewash of his gimmick.
Makes no sense, man. Oh yeah, yeah, Jeff. He's gonna
Oh,
be
he
the
could
man
be
of
the man of
1,001 holds again.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, man.
Fucking,
We're in for
oh
some
god.
cinema for Chris Jericho,
Lion
bro.
Tamer. He's gonna be
Lion Tamer.
Lionheart. Whatever the fuck it was, Lionheart. That's what it was.
Lion
I don't
Tamer.
fucking know.
Oh
It
man.
was just that's gonna be the next one. He's gonna fucking be Steve Irwin or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but it's crazy, man. That crop of NXT guys, bro. Johnny Gargano's, geez, that's so sad. Well, but you know, yeah,
That's just sad.
Punk's lobbying for Gargano to, you know, I don't think Punk cares about anybody's creative but
Really,
his own personally. But did you see what he said
he's
about Sami Zayn?
lobbying for him.
Well, yeah, he's talking to Candice
Oh
LeRae
yeah,
and Johnny Gargano in the backstage area. Man, he's trying to get Gargano back to being Gargano. You know, what a
that
guy.
shit. Like, and I hated it because it's like the most modern Punk thing to do. Talk about a problem, knowing damn well ain't nothing gonna happen, but you just talked about it for brownie points. Call out fucking essentially creative for the Johnny Gargano stuff, knowing damn well they ain't gonna change a thing just so you get some brownie points. Motherfucker, shit ain't changing. He's
Yeah.
brownie point Punk. That's all he fucking is.
Well, you know, we were called the idiots. You know, when we didn't buy the new pipe bomb, the
The
pipe
new,
bomb that
great,
was
better pipe.
better than the OG pipe bomb. Fuck out of here.
Get the
Um,
fuck out of here. Nothing changed.
Ticket prices
Nothing
didn't get
changed
any
so much.
lower.
They can't sell shit. And the best part is, Punk and Cody didn't move a fucking. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay have moved more tickets than CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Get
And
the fuck out of here with the man.
Dynamite got one of their highest ratings actually. The for Beach Break that it has in like years apparently.
Yeah, apparently they've been getting like constantly over 1 mil lately. If you're including HBO Max, they're doing pretty good.
Yes, I was just gonna mention this, Jeff. So
Oh,
Punk was on Stephanie's podcast, and you know she would like asked him about like you know beating Sami
I saw what he
Zayn,
said.
and
I saw, yep.
he said, oh yeah, I beat a 41-year-old youngster. Okay, that's fine. You can have that one. You also beat a 28-year-old youngster in January for a world championship,
Yeah,
but we don't talk about that, I guess.
you know, talk about that
I
one, I
guess.
guess, man. You won that one for no reason. You really didn't need that title, if we're being honest here, man. But you had to win it. I saw that shit. First of all, and I mentioned it to you because it was funny. I'll mention it here too. what is with Stephanie McMahon and her like clone that sits next to her on that podcast? I don't understand why every celebrity's podcast needs like a clone of them that just sits there and laughs and agrees with them the whole time. I don't understand that shit. That is dead ass just a Stephanie McMahon clone that she sits next to. I don't understand. And I can't with Punk anymore, man. I love the guy. I really do.
I do.
But man, he's just got that man. And like Logan says, man, genuinely that's very true, Logan. The best thing since the original pipe bomb was Cena's, 100%.
Well, allow
Okay,
me for
cool.
a second. That's because John Cena is the greatest of all time. He is
He's the greatest of all
He is
time.
the greatest of all time. I'll even say I'll say this, man. He is the greatest on the mic of all time, bro. He's the greatest
I
on
would
the
say.
mic of all time. Now I think Punk is at a close second. I will say, Punk's recent work. I mean, maybe it's just recency bias, but like,
It might be recency bias, but man,
because
recently it ain't been good.
man, I like Punk promos. I don't know. Punk promos today
I
with me
miss his.
just don't hit. John Cena's just he's just the GOAT, bro. And yes, I
I agree.
actually would say the closest thing the closest thing I've seen to a pipe bomb. The closest thing I've seen to a pipe bomb was that Cena pipe bomb. I love the recreation of it. I love him again mentioning the outside names of the company like Punk did, man. It was John Cena's own pipe bomb, and I really loved it, man. I really loved it. But Cena's the GOAT, man. Cena is the fucking GOAT. But yeah, one thing that kind of made me laugh, from that Punk interview, he says, I beat, the 41-year-old youngster. Okay, great. So when CM Punk was like 38 and or whatever age he was, let's see, 20, how's that, how old is Punk now? So CM Punk he's 47. Okay, so 13 years ago he was what, 34. He had a 34-year-old CM Punk losing to Undertaker, losing to Brock Lesnar. If one of those guys went on a podcast and said, "Oh, you guys are complaining that I beat the 34-year-old youngster, CM Punk," which, yeah, 34 is younger, but again, those guys were, what, at the time, 40, 41, whatever.
Yeah.
CM Punk would have lost his shit if one of those guys, if the fucking Rock went on an interview and said, "Well, of course I had to beat CM Punk for the title. I draw more money. You know what I mean? And why is anybody complaining that the 44-year-old beat the 34-year-old? Oh, it is what it is." CM Punk would have lost his shit. Those are the kind of things about Punk today that are just very. Again, it just gives "don't meet your hero" vibes. It really, like, anytime I see Cena interacting with somebody, it's like this is the dude, bro. This is the dude. And then it's like
great.
half the time I see Punk interacting with people, he just, again, I fucking love him. He's one of my goats, but he just comes off like a dick, dude.
He really does come off as an absolute dick. I can't lie, man. And I love Punk, man. But you talking about promos, man. Man, I missed him that AEW energy he had in him, man. That's when he had some fucking energy in him. Now he's just good old happy PR Punk, and it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Especially if you pair him with Cody Rhodes, man. It's rough out here.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I can't wait. I just can't wait to see how fast people hate it. I really can't.
Oh, they're already gonna hate it. I already know.
Oh,
They're gonna
fuck
hate
yeah.
this shit.
But they're excited for the story, man. That's what I'm hearing so far.
Story.
Can't wait. I can't wait to see what story they have for us. I'm very intrigued, actually. I can't wait to see what they got up their sleeve for us. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's rough, dude. It's rough. But yes. Brownie Point Punk, bro. Brownie Point
Brownie
Punk.
Point Punk is what he
He's
is.
advocating for Gargano on SmackDown for the creative. You love to see it, bro. Really stand up
Damn
guy.
well ain't shit gonna happen.
Nothing is gonna happen, bro. Man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's a rough era to be a CM Punk fan. I can't lie. I cannot
It
lie
is,
to you
dude.
guys, bro.
It is.
Again, one of my goats. One
Oh
of my
yeah,
goats, bro. But jeez, makes it hard.
it does.
According to the Observer again, AEW star Buddy Matthews has been cleared to return to in-ring action.
Mm. You know,
Huh.
I think as long as they don't put him in a quote shit ring again, I think he'll be pretty good, man. I think he'll be pretty good. I can see him being used sparingly. I don't see him being used much, unfortunately. I like the guy, I really do, but he's not like a big name in AEW, and Tony Khan definitely has people he favors over him. So if anything, if I was Buddy Matthews, I would just kind of ride out this contract. If you want to stay, you can stay. I'd probably start looking elsewhere after you're done.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because like he's been gone for a year and a half. Where do you slot him in? Brody King has moved on. Unless, you put him in a feud with Brody, maybe you could have Buddy be upset that Brody, kind of moved on
Moved
from
on.
him and went with Bandito instead. Brody's moved on. Julia Hart has moved on. They've all kind of moved on. It's like where do you slot him in? I could see him being a random collision guy. I could see that. Um
Mm-hmm.
Buddy's amazing, and I really hope they end up doing something with him. What will they do with him? Probably put him in the Don Callis family. But I'm excited to see him come back. He just signed that big extension right before he got hurt. So at the very most, he's got 3 to 5 years left on his deal. So it's going to be weird to navigate how they do this, or again, even if Tony Khan, it seemed like Tony Khan likes him, but then it's like those ring comments, like I feel like those were more real than people like care to admit, and everybody,
100%.
everybody was trying to tell me at the time, oh, it's a work. Yes,
Why
Buddy
would you work
Matthews.
that?
Yeah. Buddy Matthews going out on social media and saying, "My company provides us shit wrestling rings to wrestle in." That's a
Is a
work.
great
What
work.
storyline is that going to play into? Fucking genius. Please tell me. Um, I digress though, but I mean it's going to be interesting to see how they use him, because before that, it seemed like he was being used, at a decent pace, is like Tony Khan, used him enough,
Like
not
them.
really much, but seemed like he liked
Yeah.
him. But I don't know, man. It's just gonna be interesting. It's gonna be odd to figure out where to slot him in at. But we will have to wait and see.
Oh, we'll definitely wait and see. He liked them in that like Josh Alexander way, where like I like this guy. I might put a mid card title on him at some point, but like he's kind of just there in the mid card scene, and I like his matches. So you'll see his matches, but like he really won't do anything. But you'll see him. I feel like he'd be in one of those roles.
100%. I could absolutely see. I could absolutely see him being in one of those roles where it's like whenever Tony Khan needs a very good match, and he needs somebody reliable, and he needs somebody who he also doesn't care to lose. That kind of role, like you said, kind of like a Josh Alexander. Even though Buddy Matthews
Yeah.
is way better than Josh Alexander. But yeah.
I don't know, man. Josh Alexander, when he got signed, people were talking about him like he's the fucking greatest wrestler ever.
Oh, dude, they
Man,
really
I don't
were.
miss that shit.
They
God,
really
they
were,
fucking love
bro.
that guy. That dude is a fucking doormat of a person, dude. My God.
I know, man. I miss
My
making our
fucking
doorknob
car's
jokes, bro.
I do miss making doorknob jokes. Probably the personality of a fucking of a carburetor, man. But glad, man. Hopefully he's doing good, man. Hopefully he is.
Speaking of injury related stuff, or at least what people are speculating to be an injury related thing, according to Fightful, when asking about MJF's plans, what MJF's plans were for AEW Redemption, it was indicated that MJF may be off TV for a period of time. It wasn't confirmed, just indicated. No time frame was given. Those spoken to do expect MJF to be factored into All In. Now, I remember a couple of months ago, or yeah, maybe like a month ago at this point, there was those MJF like injury concerns whenever he had that match with, I think it was like Mark Briscoe, or so it was one of his matches during the
I think I
summer.
remember that. Mm-hmm.
MJF had like a little bit of injury concern behind him, and I wonder if he's being taken off of TV now so he can rehab and be good in time for All In. I wonder if that's kind of the going plan here, but that also would make sense why MJF wanted that title match moved to the beginning of July rather than the
Sure.
end, so he had more time to rehab what he's going through. Because I thought I remember recently seeing that he fucked up his leg.
I remember that too, and I think it might have been the Briscoe match that happened in. I
Or the
know what you're
Roosh
talking
match,
about, and
was
could
it?
I think was it the Roosh match? It was one of those two matches where he like tweaked the leg or something, and people were talking about it, but nothing really happened about it. And I think you might be right in your theory. I think he might be a little hurt and a little injured, and they're using this time for him to, make sure he's as good as possible before and going into All In. And like you said, it makes sense to want to lose the title even earlier so he could just heal up and be good for All In. I could definitely see something like that, man.
Yeah, he had a hyperextension of his knee in the match with Roosh on Dynamite in the beginning of
There it goes.
June. So
Uh,
a hyperextension takes anywhere from a month to 2 months, depending on how bad it is. Well, it could take anywhere from like a month to like 6 months, depending on how bad it is. But if it's
yeah,
not a bad one, which I'm assuming it wasn't that bad, like the lowest for a hyperextension typically, like I said, is about a month, maybe a month and a half to be safe, or 2 months to really be safe. And he obviously went out in the beginning of July, so he would be at about a month and 3/4 by the time All In comes. And again, a hyperextension isn't the worst injury on the planet. It is something that is manageable in terms of like a timetable for recovery. So I feel like I feel like that's why he wanted to. Because remember last week we told you guys it was MJF's idea to do the title
mhm,
change at Beach Break. And again, it's probably because he didn't want to go all the way up until July 26th to, finally after that start rehabbing for All In. Because essentially, he would have to be back in August anyway to build whatever he's doing at All In. So essentially, he would just get no break. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
if he leaves now, he could get the rest of July and maybe the beginning of August before he probably has to start traveling again for television to be back for All In. So, I'm assuming that's what happened here. And I hope MJF has a good recovery and hopefully everything, hopefully everything goes well. And I'm assuming they took him out because they're pretty confident in the 2 month or month and 3/4, like I said, timetable for him to come back for All In. And this is All In. I mean, who are we kidding? MJF's probably
yeah,
going to
he's
be
not
there
missing that
if
shit.
his fucking leg was
He,
hanging on by a piece of flesh or not.
exactly. This is AEW. This is Modern Wrestling Companies. It's a big show. He's gonna fucking be at All In no matter what.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Um, so that is the news on MJF.
Oh,
Logan says
Logan.
the only problem with the title change at Beach Break is now Kenny versus Kevin Knight as the main event of Redemption.
Uh, we'll talk about that more with detail on Monday, man. But like, out of all the matches for Redemption, all the matches you can do under your belt, man, that's the match you do for Kenny Omega. very disappointing, man. Redemption don't look bad. It really doesn't, but it's definitely not as good as it easily could have been, man. It's one of those things where I really hope next year they kind of do Redemption a little better, man, because, man, that's the match you do? Really? Oh, man. Kind of disappointing.
Personally, I actually liked it. I actually liked it. I actually liked I didn't mind it. Now, I will say I've been seeing AEW Twitter say this a lot, and I would have loved this just for the sake of the graps, but everybody wanted, at least a lot of people I've been seeing wanted Kenny Darby for Redemption. For the sake of like Kenny Omega dream matches. I get what you mean, because it's like it's his last run, and it's like we want to see him in the, and it's, again, it's nothing against Kevin Knight, but we would probably,
No,
and it's
not
like
at all.
a lot of people, I get a lot of people want to see the Darby match, because it's like Darby and Omega have never had a one-on-one match in all the years they've been in AEW. They've never had a one-on-one match. Personally, again, I didn't really mind. I didn't really mind Kevin Knight. This is one of AEW's like B shows, so it's like I didn't mind them doing like Kevin Knight here. For me personally,
Mm.
but I get what you mean in terms of like it's Kenny's last run, and it's probably it would have, I think, been more interesting to see him in the ring with maybe like a bigger name. But I actually like Kevin Knight in the
And,
main event.
and it's not even like the name, because you could do like a more mid card up and coming name like Takeshita would have been really cool if I'm being honest, especially if you did take the title off of him for no fucking reason. He
Excuse
could have
me, Don
faced
Callis.
Kenny. That would have been really cool. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Knight. I do, but just man, he's having a rougher start than like Kyle Fletcher did, if that makes sense, man.
Yeah, yes, but I also feel like a large bit of that is like this Don Callis group that they've put him in. I just don't really think he fits it.
I don't think he fits it, but I do think he needs help on the mic still. Man, he's kind of rough around the edges, man. I think he could. I don't know. We'll talk about that more on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it. I liked it. I
I
liked
don't
it. Now,
mind it,
again,
but
the one match I've been seeing that gets me is the Darby match. Like for me, Takeshita, we've already seen Takeshita, and Takeshita's kind of in the middle of like the Don Callis stuff. So, maybe Andrade. Even though I think they got other plans for Andrade, because there's a lot of guys in that main event that they like, promise title shots to or
geez,
whatever, or
yeah.
tease title shots to. Um, I didn't mind Kevin Knight again. The only like what if that does get me is Darby, because
I love Darby.
I seen a tweet. It was like, all the years in AEW we've never seen, and I know Darby was just world champion, but like that could have been like even like that could have been like an even that could have been the story right there. Is Kenny Omega respects Darby Allin, and he respected what he did for the championship, so he wants to give him a shot at it. And Darby Kenny, motherfuckers be sleeping on Darby Allin, bro. I'm sorry. Like
He's
people,
so good technically, man. Like,
Darby
oh my
Allin's a
god.
fucking phenomenal wrestler. Everybody sees him and they just think, oh, Daredevil, Jeff Hardy type guy. Like, no, motherfucker. This dude is a fucking
He's a
dog in the
great
ring.
wrestler, man. He's a
Um,
really good fucking wrestler, man. And I hate that like wrestling fans do that. They kind of just put a label on somebody just because they do something. Same way most time, if you're a good talker, they just assume you're not that good in the ring, like
LA
they do
Knight.
with like LA Knight, for example. It's just I hate that they just do that to people, man. I really hate that.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Kevin Knight, Kevin. Now, I see what you're saying. I think I think he does, and he definitely does need help on the mic. There's
And
just something, and it's like it seemed like it was clicking when it was babyface, but then they made him heel. So I feel like that maybe fucked up his development on the mic a little bit.
I think so. And like, it's not even that he's peeking in the main event scene. It's that he's TNT champ still peaking in the main event scene when he already did and he already lost
Yeah.
and they're doing it again. It's like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? I don't know. I think it's also, again, like I said, TNT title stuff. I fucking can't stand that title at this point, and you might as well just get rid of it because it's just doing world championship losing matches as TNT champs. That's all you do. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I get that. I honestly think, and I keep mentioning Darby, one thing that they could maybe do to, increase the intrigue around the match is adding Darby to that, maybe a triple
Ooh, I
threat,
think that would help.
because here's the thing, like those points I get. I really do. Kevin Knight is TNT champion and he's in a feud with Darby Allin. He's in a feud with Darby Allin, right? So it's like Darby Allin kind of, he was on Dynamite, kind of chirping a little bit with Kenny Omega. So it's like maybe what AEW can do is a triple threat. I actually really like the sound of that, actually, because it gives
I
us
do.
Kenny and Darby, which is something I want. And then another thing I want is for guys like Kevin Knight to be in the main event scene. I want guys like Kevin Knight to be out there getting main events. But again, maybe for, like Sir K saying, maybe for Logan as well. It seems like it's not really a match you guys want to see, but maybe adding Darby in there can help it be a match to, again, just make it more intriguing. Maybe you can make it more intriguing, and maybe you can make it something that again just makes it a little bit more I guess must watch, because again, he's in a feud with Darby Allin. 9 times out of 10, that match is going to end with a Darby Allin interference anyway. So just put Darby in the fucking match. Because again, at least for me, it does give you the best of both worlds. Darby's in there. We get Darby Kenny, and then Kevin Knight again gets that main event spot. So I actually really like the sound of that actually now. So, but yeah, but honestly, didn't really mind it that much. But we got, speaking of something I fucking did mind, according to Fightful, the Dark Order, Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver have all re-signed with AEW. In addition, Evil Uno is now working as a coach in AEW and Ring of Honor. Tony, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? These guys, the Dark Order, have been re-signed. To do what, I may ask? Show up on AEW Dynamite once every 4 years? I don't know, man. How you feeling about this, bro? You were just talking about the Dark Order. We cannot hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Fucking A.
Have you said
Oh, I've been
anything in like
muted
the
for.
past 2 minutes? Because I was wondering why my left ear was so silent.
I think I have, but we'll just start talking now, man. I'll just start talking. Dark Order, man. Dark Order.
How you feeling, bro? Your guys got
Fucking
re-signed. Big Dark Order guy here.
fuck Dark Order, man. Dark Order. You know, I get the idea of why Tony Khan does this because he's a good guy. Dark Order. Brody. All that stuff, man. But like, Dark Order, they never did what Brody probably wanted, and be something of themselves in a Dark Order. And I think they're kind of just a waste of your money at this point. I wouldn't have re-signed them. I really would. If you want coaches, you could re-sign them, I guess, man. But they're not going to do anything. They're kind of just on the roster, and they're kind of just taken out of your pockets when you really don't need them to, man. And you got people, got the whole discourse about like all these WWE people coming in, and what about the AEW originals? Half of those AEW originals suck, and they were only the regionals because that's just who was available, in the time to come into the company. And the ones that made something of themselves, you could tell the Darby Allens, the Jungle Boys, the ones that are still here, actually made something of themselves, man. Dark Order, all those guys, fucking the Nightmare Family, fucking what other groups were there? Like Sammy Guevara and his group of friends with
The
Fuego and all.
factory.
There's a reason none of them are employed anymore, man. And I think Dark Order could have been in that list of people that just you don't need to employ anymore, man. I would rather spend my money on an ex WWE Sheamus or New Day. Just because they're an AEW original doesn't mean they still need to be around, respectively.
Yeah, this group's absolutely fucking terrible, man. Absolutely atrocious. Um, why they were re-signed, for the culture, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
for the vibes. These guys, they,
and
they, man, I don't know,
And I
bro.
get you do keep some people around, like usually you do it for veterans. That's why that really doesn't work. But with some people, you do just keep around for the vibes, for the backstage environment, and that is useful, man. Respectively, these ain't the guys, bro. You don't keep them around for the vibes, man. You got people you probably keep around for the vibes. These ain't one of them, bro. Respectfully.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't understand what again. I don't understand here. Tony Khan again at this point. He's just gotta. I'm assuming he's just gotta really love these guys for like what they bring morally to the backstage area. Because that's the only
Yeah,
reason I could possibly see him resigning them. I know Evil Uno's like big into the AEW games thing, and apparently he's a
all their
coach here.
gaming stuff
So
suck.
yeah, even though it's been like fucking dead for years, um but um he's working as a coach, so again, I'm assuming this is nothing more than a vibe resign. So um the Dark Order re-signed with AEW, man, and I can't say I really give two fucks.
No, I really don't.
Next up, according to Body Slam, Sammy Callahan has been working backstage the last 3 weeks for the AEW Dynamite tapings. He will be at AEW Collision in Boston. It was noted that he seemingly has been working as a backstage producer. When asked if Callahan had officially signed a contract with AEW, sources related sources AEW sources related said that it doesn't seem like he has a contract yet. So I really hope he doesn't end up getting like Chris Hero'd. You know what I mean? Where he's like a backstage producer and they just cannot find a care in the world to do anything with this dude on like actual AEW TV, because Chris Hero is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, indie guy. So it's like to see to see what they to see what they you know I mean, I'm sure he's very valuable as a producer, but like, dude, I know that guy could still wrestle fucking circles around half of that roster. And same thing with Sammy Callahan, bro. This dude is one of the best deathmatch guys. Him, everybody everybody says like, oh, he could join the Death Riders. Shut the fuck up. Not everybody could join the Death Riders, bro. Please. How cool would
Could
it
be
be
a
to
good
have
upset.
Yes, how cool would it be to have Sammy Callahan as like a rival group to the Death Riders, bro? Because Sammy Callahan is one of those deathmatch kind of guys like John Moxley, bro. And again, not everybody could be in the Death Riders. And
No,
honestly, the look of Sammy Callahan, I feel like I know him and Moxley used to be boys, but like I feel like his look doesn't really fit the Death Riders, to be 100% honest, bro. So
no.
he could have a very opposite, an opposing group to the Death Riders. I think that'd be fucking sick.
He really could. And I really think that is kind of an element that's missing from AEW. I mean, that was an element that was always missing from the Death Ride. That was their big problem. When they were heels, they had no actual rivals to rival them because they just beat up a bunch of losers all the time, like the Dark Order, for an example. So it would be really cool for them to have rivals, man, like Sammy Callahan. And I know, like, Gabe Kidd and them are their allies. I think they would probably at this point be cooler if they were their enemies because they're so alike. They kind of need enemies that, are like them. I think that would be really cool, man. I think that would be really cool. But I think he is going to end up being the Chris Hero producer because apparently, from everything I was seeing, apparently this is what he wanted to do in TNA before he left. He wanted to like help a lot backstage and produce a lot backstage. And I think that's what he overall seemingly wants to do, I heard. So I think that's going to be end up being his role, man. That's what I see in the future. Like I said, I heard that's what he wanted to do in TNA, and obviously TNA sucks now, so you don't want to do it over there. I think he wants to go over here and do it in AEW, man. So I actually see them in him doing the producer stuff because apparently that's seemingly what he wants, man. Maybe it's to protect his body. Maybe you don't want to always do deathmatch stuff, and you know what? I do get that. I do get that. I would love for him to be in the ring and be an opposite to the Death Riders, but I think he will end up being more of a producer than anything.
So did TNA like tell him no?
I don't know if he just didn't agree with what TNA was anymore. I don't know if he liked being there anymore,
That
but
makes sense.
all I heard is he wanted to be a producer over there, and like he still left. So I don't know if he just was like, damn, this company's kind of falling off. Let me leave. Yeah, I could see something like that, but I see him producing, to be honest.
I could see that. I could see that for sure. Maybe Tony Khan one day will just see him there and be like, "Hey, you want to do
Want to do
something?"
a match?
Yeah. I know they did that a couple times with Chris Hero, but they always fucking pump faked it. But um, you know what? Going back to the whole Kenny Omega thing, didn't they want to do a Fletcher match with Omega? But like Kenny didn't like see himself fit to do it. Why don't they do it?
Oh yeah, they did want to do a Fletcher match a few months ago, and then Kenny was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm built like that nowadays." Yeah, they could have just did that.
I mean, they're
I
having
don't
a
know, man.
TNT
I don't know.
champion go after him anyway.
Literally, that's all that fucking title does, man. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just man.
I
I would
gotta
like a
say,
lot more names.
I gotta say this. I'll rather them put Knight in a main event than have the owner of the company go out and say that our guys are going to be main events in the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
That is true. That
I'll
is true.
rather that.
And that's the thing I do like, man. They're actually putting guys like Knight, like Fletcher, like Takeshna, all those up and coming guys. I do like that a lot, man. I do like that. I just hate the TNT title at this point, man. I think that's what it is. I fucking despise that fucking title now. They killed it. I hate that title.
I feel like I've gotten to a point where it's like invisible to me. I don't even see it anymore.
Like that oh man, I can't believe they did. They have fucking so many mid card titles, man. They completely fucked their anything but the world title. Completely fucked it up, man. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. They need they always need some complete workaround with all their other titles, man. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm literally just thinking of that sitting here. I thought of that one report that about Omega and Fletcher that they wanted to do that match, but Kenny didn't want to do it for whatever reason because he thought I don't know it would be too hard for him or whatever. But I don't know, man. But got Obafemi. He's gonna be the man in 25
In
years.
30 years.
Dom's gonna be main eventing in 15 years, bro.
15 when he's fucking 45.
The
He'll be able to
fuck.
finally main event something, man. Finally. 44. Finally be able to main event something, man. Look at that. I hate that fucking world title. And they say it like they're going to be around and healthy for the next 15 years.
Yeah,
If,
never
if Seth
guarantee.
Rollins is around and uninjured in the next 15 years, I'll buy a fucking lottery ticket yesterday. Because, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? None of y'all will be healthy in 15 years. Every single one of you, I hope, I pray, will be retired in 15 years. I pray for that.
Yeah, they're probably all gonna be fucking running the joint.
Yeah, they are. And that's the best part, too, is they're all going to be in the Triple H role and probably all fucking it up the same way he did.
It's gonna be a fucking mighty clash back there. Um,
Just get
so,
Shane at this point.
so,
Fuck. I'll take NXT Underground as a fucking side piece if that's what we fucking have to do.
jeez. Um, our final AEW story for the day: Full Gear. 2026 AEW Full Gear's pay-per-view has been announced for Saturday, November 14th at the Mortgage Matchup Center. I feel like they changed the name of this fucking arena in Phoenix like every fucking 2 weeks. In Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, the Footprint Center, the Mortgage Matchup Center. It's always something different, man. Every time they're in this arena, it's called something different. Full Gear is going to Phoenix, man. Full Gear is going to Phoenix. As you can see, same general logo and stuff. I wish they would have maybe done maybe like a more desert inspired logo, maybe like a maybe even like a Phoenix Valley inspired logo, or that Phoenix Suns like Native American type of
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
because it's still
idea.
kind of like that circle, like gear thing. They could have done
Yes,
like one of those neat. That would be really cool, actually.
that would have been
That would be
really
really
dope.
dope.
That would have been really dope. But no, we get the same Full Gear logo every year. Though 1 year they
Oh,
were gonna
yeah.
change it. In 2023, we had that like Lakers theme looking one, and then they just
So
changed it
sick.
back to the regular Full Gear. About time for a
Fucking
new Full
Lakers.
Gear logo, I think, man. About time. About time for a new Full Gear logo. But nonetheless, AEW pay per view is going on a Saturday, which that's always a fucking great sign. I love the sound of that. Um, I mean, it looks pretty cool, man. You obviously got like the desert theme with everything but the logo. You got like the little gears laying in the desert. So pretty cool, man. And again, happy to see them go back to Saturday for a pay per view. And I like the location of Phoenix. I wish I wish All Out and Full Gear were swapped locations. I wish
I
we
really
in
wish.
Chicago got the Full Gear and Phoenix got All Out. That would have been pretty dope. But nonetheless, still a dope location, nonetheless. And Phoenix is always a good crowd for them. It's always a good location. It always makes for a cool theme.
Oh, he just does. I love that like Phoenix area for pay-per-view themes. I think it's always sick. Obviously, they could have been more fucking creative with the logo, man. Like you said, like a Native American dream catcher would have been dope. Or even if you do want to keep the gear, could done like a sandblasted, like rusted out gear. That'd been really sick. But gotta always do the same logo, man. But Phoenix is a good location. They're always a good crowd for AEW, man. And like you said, dude, it would have been so perfect. You put All Out here, you put Full Gear in Chicago. Would have been different. We got a different pay-per-view for once, man. That'd been really dope, man. And it's on a Saturday, which is nice. So you'll definitely see a Worlds Collide or a Saturday's main event that same night. But but either way, they're on a Saturday, so that's good, man. So that's good. I like the sound of that. And I'm excited. It's always going to be a good location.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, speaking of Worlds Collide, we that actually leads us into our next
It
story.
leads
But
perfectly.
before we get into all that, we do have a word from our sponsor here at NHP. We got a word from none other than W Energy. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar free, 0 calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly, always. Gotta shout out Dubby. What a workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. No matter what it is, no matter what you need it for, Dubby's got you. Give you the energy, give you the focus. You won't have the jitters, and it'll taste good. all at the same time. Truly always. Got to shout out Dubby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, and thank you as always, and shout out to the wonderful people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP. Oh. WWE. Well,
They never stop.
tying into AEW perfectly, WWE officially announces Worlds Collide for Saturday, September 26th, 2026. What also happens to be on September 26th, 2026, the show will take place on the same day and in the same city as AEW's All Out in Chicago, Illinois. Worlds Collide will take place at the Allstate Arena, whilst AEW's All Out will be taking place at the Now Arena.
This company, man, they can't help themselves, man. They really can't.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You absolutely played yourself. You honestly fucking think. You honestly fucking think anybody, I'm sure there's people that don't watch AEW that, want to go to the WWE show. Do you honestly fucking think that anybody that watches both companies is going to fucking go to Worlds Collide over All Out? You're fucking kidding me, bro. You're kidding.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. And that's the problem that me and you always reiterate with them trying to counter program with these Worlds Collide, with these NXT shows, with these AAA shows. You're doing your own people, especially in developmental, a disservice by nobody fucking watching them, because nobody with a brain is gonna choose this over and All Out, bro. Like, come on, what are we doing here, man? Why on earth are you doing that to your own developmental talent? You're just purposely having less people watch them. It makes no sense. You're not, if you're going to counter program, have the balls to actually counter program with some real shit. But you don't, and you're never going to do that. So don't do that. Please, for the love of God, just don't do that. This is just sad. It's desperate, and it's just nothing but a negative for yourself, man. I really don't know why they think they're it's funny or fucking cute or whatever doing this shit. This shit's just sad.
It really is, bro. It's so sad. You are going into Chicago to get absolutely slaughtered by again, AEW All Out is an actual like AEW pay-per-view, bro. You are running a Worlds Collide show. You are running a Worlds Collide show that who the fuck watches those? Who, again, anybody who watches both companies is going to watch the show that's actually going to play into television and things going forward with big matchups rather than WWE versus AAA dream matches. And what are we gonna do? We gonna get CM Punk versus Pagano on the show? We gonna get CM Punk versus Psycho Clown? Like, what are we gonna get, bro?
You know Punk's gonna make an appearance at that shit and they're gonna advertise the fuck out of it.
You know
Brother,
he is.
He's not even selling out SummerSlam. What the fucking thing's gonna happen for a nothing show that no one even cares about? Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, what are you guys doing here, man? It's just sad. This is just sad.
It really is, bro. It really is. I wonder if these tickets are on sale yet. Worlds Collide.
Worlds Collide, man.
Let's see. No, they're not. No,
Bro,
no, they're.
it's just great. It's not like it's in like 2 months.
Oh wait, WWE Worlds Collide. Okay, yeah, no upcoming events. Nice. again, why? Why do you do this? And again, for the people that for the people that do watch both companies, why do you just continue to be a fucking nuisance? Why? It doesn't
You're
make
such
any
a
sense.
nuisance, dude.
It doesn't make any sense, bro. But again, anybody with a right mind, anybody with a right mind is obviously going to choose All Out. And especially too, if you're a wrestling fan that's looking to purchase tickets for one of the shows on this day, All Out is going to be the better show. It's also probably going to be the cheaper show because trust me, I've already done some fucking research, and the tickets for some nice 100 level seats are only $105, bro. So it's all
Come
out.
on, man.
It's all out. And if you want, if you
It's
want,
me.
if you want. And if you want even better seats closer to the ring, they only go up to 127. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, doc. Like, bro, it's to see Will Ospreay, probably like Andrade and shit. Like, what? Come on, man. That's great. Yeah, and that's probably going to be even more to see their developmental talent in AAA. Brother, what are you doing here?
Yeah. We get to see. Well, Gable's not down there anymore. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna get are we gonna get CM Punk versus El Grande Americano?
Oh man, that's what I want to see, man. That's what fucking that's what puts feeling in my soul. Is
Fuck.
that? Come on, man.
But hey, man, All Out's
They're
getting
bold.
closer. All Out's looking real good, I must
It's looking
say.
real good. I'll
Look,
say Will Ospreay champ. Come on, man. Come on.
it's looking very good, man. It's looking very good, and it's a Saturday show. It's a fucking
It
Saturday
is.
show. All Out.
It's a nice
It's looking
Saturday
even better.
show. Very, very,
I
very
have to take the free
appetizing.
ride. Okay.
The free ride. I don't know if
So,
I don't know if they're on par with the quality of that theme song though. I don't know if anybody is.
well, yeah, I can't say that. For sure.
Gable.
No, nobody's theme song's hitting like Gable's theme song these days, bro. Nobody's. But hey, man,
Nobody, bro.
it's looking real good, man. It's looking real good. But
It
yeah,
is.
WWE, dude, just fucking stop it, bro. Just stop it.
Please. It's just sad.
Because if AEW did the same shit to you, any chance they would get, they would give backhanded not compliments. They would give these backhanded fucking remarks on their stupid shows. They would, any chance they would get, they would be like, yeah, they always got to follow us to our city, and they always got to intrude on what we have going on because they're piggybacking off our success. But you do it to them. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Please get the fuck out of here. But hey, man, All Out's looking real good, man. All Out's looking real good. I'll just say that. But
Just saying.
speaking of Worlds Collide, one of the main fucking guys, at least that I like on AAA, isn't even going to be there because he's hurt. Okay, which leads us to our next story. According to Uncle Dave, right now the expectation of El Hijo del Vikingo, who underwent surgery for a torn ACL on July 7th, is that he will be out of action for 9 months.
Oh,
look at that,
brother.
Look at that. You're setting up a Worlds Collide show, and to me, I know people fucking hate him, but to me, the only fucking good guy that one of the only good guys that they fucking actually have in AAA is Vikingo, and he's not even gonna be there.
What? Bro, you don't like Psycho Clown? You don't like fucking...
I'm a big Psycho Clown and Pagano. Best tag team on the planet.
Who's the Pentaclone? I always forget his name.
Octagon Jr.
No, okay, there is Octagon. What about the other one? The one that was at the Royal Rumble?
Oh my God.
Elf. I always fucking forget his name. I always forget. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, the dude you absolutely were about to like fucking throw up over at the sight of him.
It's like, what the fuck, man? Oh man, but like AAA, you're doing a Worlds Collide.
La Parka.
Good luck, man. La Parka.
Parka.
That's who
That's
it
his
is.
fucking name.
Fucking, I'm gonna La Park the car in front of the Now Arena that fucking night, and we're gonna go fucking watch All Out. Get the fuck out of here, man. What's up, Durante? How you doing? Everything's good with me, man. What about
What's up,
you?
brother? How
God
are you,
damn.
man? How are you, bro? Thank you for joining us, brother. Yeah, again, I know people hate Vikingo, at least in Mexico. I know they hate Vikingo.
I
Vikingo to
love
me,
Viking.
obviously other than like El Grande, is like the only AAA guy
What I care about.
that I really care for, dude.
Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana is terrible. Um,
What? But
uh,
he's great.
yeah.
He's over, man. Come on, man. You don't want to see Mr. Iguana, man. What about who else they got in there? I don't like most of their roster personally. They got Psycho Clown. What's the other clown?
Pagano?
Pagano. That's the other clown, man. A lot of clowns down there.
Yeah. It's a roster of fucking clowns. Um, but yeah, man. So Vikingo's out, which again gives you even more or less of a reason to go to the Allstate Arena on September the 26th. So, um,
Okay.
that's that. That is that. Let's see, man. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, more injury news. More injury news, man. Rhea Ripley. Yikes.
That's rough.
Rhea Ripley reveals she has a slight tear in her meniscus. She says it's healing and getting stronger, but cannot bend it that well. She said she tore it in a really weird spot. She also says she can't get, it's hard for her to get up or bend down or move side to side while crouching.
God damn.
What is she fucking playing assassin? Is she an assassin? She's bending side. She's
What's
moving
she doing?
side to side while crouching. Is she playing Splinter Cell? Is she? She's out here
Doing,
moving like now, bro. What are we
she's doing
doing?
the deepest clean of the house ever. She's fucking she's getting under the couch with the Swiffer and shit. What are you doing? What are you doing at home?
What kind of
you,
excessive
you,
cleaning is going on, bro?
you fucking you getting that down that low to fucking put some steak in the boiler or your fucking oven, bro? Like,
Is she
what
cleaning
are you
out like the little bottom dish of the fucking refrigerator, the part where you put like all your lunch meats and shit? Jeez.
what are you doing, bro? You fucking cleaning under your fridge and shit?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, bro. Says she has a slight tear in the meniscus. I'm assuming they are confident to get her back for SummerSlam, or else they would have stripped her with the stripped her of the title. I'm assuming. So yeah, I mean, in the meantime, the SmackDown Women's Division is fucking begging for help.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. She's been out a pretty long time. I don't know why they didn't just strip her, to be honest, because then you would have just had an easy match for SummerSlam. You could have just put the title on somebody and then had Rhea Ripley come back. You could have done like a fucking undisputed championship,
Yeah,
type of thing there. That kind of would have been like something easy to do or something intriguing, something to like add some story. Like, oh my God, look, Alexa Bliss, the new women's champion. And then a couple weeks later, fucking Rhea Ripley comes out holding the real belt. Could have done something like
yeah.
that. Something fucking intriguing. But no, instead, Triple H just, let's just keep the championship on fucking injured people. Keep the championship
Fucking
on
Triple
on,
H.
on on injured people. And again, it's been weeks since we've seen Rhea Ripley. It's been a minute since we've seen Rhea Ripley. So hopefully she could be back. Hopefully she could be back in time. I really hope so, because again, like I said, that division is begging for her.
That division, that show, SmackDown is just begging to be put out of its fucking misery. It really is, man. But I hope the best for Rhea Ripley. That seems like a pretty serious injury. So like, I don't know what they're doing because, like, I feel like they're just gonna take the title off her at fucking at SummerSlam at this point because, like. What are we doing here, man? What are we? Why don't you just strip her now if that's the case? Or like you said, if she is good, why don't you just do that instead? Give someone a little fucking temporary reign until she comes back. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know like how, SummerSlam ready and especially like the post SummerSlam. I don't know how that's gonna go. fucking SmackDown, this show needs a whole reset. It's been needing a whole reset for fucking like 3 years at this point, man. This company needs a reset at this point. But I wish the best for Rhea Ripley, man. But like, you might as well just take the title off her, bro. I don't know what we're doing here.
I don't either. I don't either, man. And this is what they did with Dom, dude. It's like that he's injured. They keep the title on him, and the stock of the title and the talent just drops. And
Just drop for no reason.
and it's like when they come back, everybody's just like, oh, okay, like he's fucking back. And then like they don't do anything with him anyway when he's back. It's just like, why didn't you
No,
just take the title off him then? Because then you could put the title on somebody else, and then upon arrival, it gives Dom something to do. Feud with the fucking guy that's the champion.
you would think.
I don't fucking think he does think at all.
No, he doesn't. Not in the slightest, bro. This is Triple H.
Well, now that I'm angry, let's talk about the fake demon. According to WrestleVotes, when Matt
demon.
Cardona
Why a fake demon?
returned to WWE earlier this year, there was hope amongst some behind the scenes that he would ultimately be presented as Zack Ryder. Which, as you can see,
Sorry.
the past couple weeks
doing it.
the past couple weeks on television, Danhausen is helping him remorph
Helping him.
into Zack Ryder. Listen, there was never a problem with him being Zack Ryder,
That wasn't, no.
but it's the fact that he said he would never come back to be Zack Ryder.
You know, he would only come back for very good creative. He would only come back with his friend. He would only come back if he kept his theme song, and he would only come back if he was still Matt Cardona. And he didn't come back without 3 of those fucking things, bro. And they're slow. And that's the way they operate, bro. And like, you didn't think this was gonna happen. They'll give you what you want for a little bit, and then they slowly take it away. Look what happened to Sheamus when he got his theme song back. He had his theme song back, had it for a little bit. All right, fans are happy. Let's move on. Let's do what we want. This fucking always happens. Don't know what he fucking expected. I don't know if he really cares, man. He a fake ass demon. He's getting his fucking identity stripped from him again, and he's just gonna be Zack Ryder. If you're being Zack Ryder, you might as well pull out that banger ass fucking theme song again and just fucking ride with it. But I digress, man. He's just, what a fake ass demon. And like, what did you expect for this company to do with you, man? You're doing nothing. You're a Danhausen prop, and you're just gonna be Zack Ryder again because that's what the company wants, and he's gonna happily do it because he's a fake ass demon, man. He's a fake ass demon. So when they get tired of you and they probably just let you go, I really hope he can bounce back again on the indies because he ain't doing a good image for himself here, man.
Yeah. Again, man, there
Ooh,
was never
Carlson.
there was woo 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 housing.
Oh, I like
There
that.
was never
Ooh.
there was never a problem with this dude being Zack Ryder, bro. But again, it just goes to him being a fake demon. How many times, bro? Legitimately, how many times has this dude been on an interview and he said he would only come back if the creative was right? If he came back with Steph DeLander as like his heavy, like she was on the Indies. If he came back and kept his theme song. And if he came back and he kept his name. He didn't want to be Zack Ryder. He said Zack Ryder is dead.
Was dead.
And again, I didn't even mind him coming back as Zack Ryder. That's what people know him as. I don't mind him as Zack Ryder at all. But the problem with him being Zack Ryder is this is something he adamantly was against. And again, if you're gonna be Zack Ryder, bro, everybody wants a theme song back. We know damn well they're gonna fucking give you the most Def Rebel garbage of a Zack Ryder theme song, and then you're gonna be back 0 for 4 0 for 4. They didn't let you have anything that you wanted. And Mr., take control of my career, do things my way, and yada yada yada. You got nothing. You got nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro. And that is what puts him in the Rusev category for
Fake demon.
fake demon, bro. Speaking of that,
Fake ass demon.
we may have a new year-end award category, bro. The Fake Demon Award.
Fake demon award. I like that, dude.
Who's the
I like
biggest
that.
fake demon of the year?
Dude, you got Rusev in there. You got Matt Cardona in there. Who else are some fake ass demons, man? People that talk shit and don't fucking do nothing about it, man.
Triple H.
Triple H is a fake demon. What's an AEW fake demon? I'm trying to think. They kind of shut it. They're all fake demons up. I'll have to think about an AEW fake demon. I know there's got to be one in there. But man, just a bunch of fake ass demons. I like the idea of a fake demon award. just all right, guys. Next category for the fake demon award, man. First up for nominees, we got Zack Ryder. Yeah, fucking Rusev, Triple H.
CM Punk, bro. Is CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are they fake demons?
I would say CM Punk because he pretends to actually like be, for the people and shit. Cody
Rhodes, he says he loves the chase, bro.
Fucking A. He's more in the fraud category than fake demon category, man.
That's right, yeah.
There's a bunch of fake demons, man. A bunch of fake ass demons out here.
So that's the news on Zack Ryder. Her Matt Cardona ultimately being presented as Zack Ryder. They fucking plotted against this dude from the moment they brought him back, bro. What a joke. What a joke. Speaking of returning people, WWE has filed for the trademark The Nomad, which is a name that has been linked to Baron Corbin. I believe that was his nickname on the Indies. Yeah, that was his nickname on the Indies while he was Bishop Dyer. Looks like he's gonna keep the nickname, the Nomad. So he's not gonna be the Lone Wolf. But the Nomad, I actually like that. I actually liked all the kind of like.
He's always had cool stuff around him, like nicknames, identities, style. He's one of those ones that always kept a consistent, like good, just IPs you could say around him.
100%, man. He's always had very cool names, nicknames. So the Nomad, I like it, and I hope they do implement a little bit of what we've seen on the Indies, mixed with a little bit of kind of his NXT run into what we see in his next WWE run. This is actually a trademarking name that we aren't making fun of, so you love to see it.
No, exactly. That's a good trademark. I like that nickname for him. He's, like I said, he's always had cool nicknames, cool fucking like designs and like shirts and shit. He's always been one of those guys that can just constantly keep a cool look and identity to him, and I like him. Glad he's back, man. I hope they do well by him, man. I was thinking about it. That peak of the Vision, when it was just kind of like Bron and Bronson running around, he really would have fit with those two because he's already ran with Bron before back in NXT. He really would have fit with those two as those leather jacket Vision. Very cool look, man. Now the group's a complete fucking joke, but hope he does well for himself over on that evil show that is called SmackDown.
I really,
but
God, I really hope so, man. I really, really, really hope so. But yeah, I hope he does good. If they were to, that actually would be pretty cool. That actually would be pretty cool for him. To him with the bronze, that would have been a very cool look.
What was their tag name? I think it was the Wolf Dogs.
Yeah.
Very dope. That's some cool shit right there, bro.
Yeah. If Bron isn't gonna be with the other Bron, then I
He's
would
beat
actually,
Mankind.
I would like him with Baron Corbin rather than Austin Theory. Which nothing against Austin Theory, but everybody
It just
around
doesn't
Austin
fit.
Theory is fucking Maxine Dupree and Logan Paul. Austin
He's
Theory
not gonna fucking
today
baby
comes with
face.
baggage, unfortunately, because they
He
just
does.
because they just can't make him a babyface.
They just can't. They just
So
fucking refused.
speaking of people that Bron is boys with, so you know how Austin Theory dresses, right? He's got like the cargo pants on. Doesn't Tony
Oh,
D'Angelo give you like called up to be in the Vision vibes?
oh, he does. He does. Cause yeah, Tony D. He changed from the mobster look to like that more like you said cargo pants kind of street look. Oh man, they would totally put him in the Vision. Oh, that poor soul.
Yeah,
Oh man, he might as well
yeah,
be a super senior in NXT at that point. It's a better career. I could totally see that, dude. Ooh,
me too,
that's
bro.
rough.
Me too. So, speaking of more people coming into WWE, according to WrestleVotes, Mike Santana's WWE arrival within the company is expected to be by the end of the summer. So it looks like he's going to be coming in very soon. Obviously, we heard, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, that, Mike Santana was obviously, considering coming over to WWE, or WWE was the likely landing spot for Mike Santana. I think he'll probably go into NXT first. I feel like they won't want to keep him down there very long
Too long.
before they call him up, especially once they realize how good he is. Bro, what's my guy Mason Rook doing, bro? I haven't like heard anything of him, bro. Every time I see him, he's fucking losing.
I would say they made him like a super like main event jobber down there for some reason, dude. I don't know what the be. I don't know if this is like Triple H telling Shawn to fucking job him out because he's jealous that John Cena has a better scouting ability than himself. I don't know if that's what this is, man. But they're having fucking evil go over him constantly. I don't get it. I don't understand. I love Santana. Seemingly, I'm assuming Santana's gonna keep his name because usually by now they would have trademarked a new name for him. So I think he is gonna keep at least Santana. I could totally see them cutting Mike and just calling him Santana. I could totally see that's the most WWE shit ever. So seemingly he's going to overall be able to keep his identity, which is really cool. And I think he will be in NXT for a little bit. And I think they're really going to like him. I really think so. I want the best for him. I think he's an incredible talent. He's everything they think Damian Priest is and more. And I really hope he does well over there, man.
Yes, 100%. We say that all the time, man, and it's like the most true statement ever, bro. Mike Santana is really everything they think Damian Priest is. He's got that cool factor to him. He just has the it factor. He just has it. As to where Damian Priest does not have it. He is nothing. But nothing but a bunch of but trying to get a bunch of fucking brownie points with the Undertaker, but I digress. So but yes, Mike Santana is coming into WWE, and I gotta say I'm very very excited to see what he brings to the table. You know what I mean? They got a nice crop down there in NXT, don't they, man? They got Tony D as their champion, bro. They got Naraku down
Oh,
there.
fuck.
They got my boy Cam Hendricks and Keanu
Oh,
Carter, right?
Keanu Carver, bro. And Cam Hendricks, dude. That's the one that does that little dance pose, right?
Lights,
He does
cam,
the little.
action.
Yeah, he does that
That
little
Percy
fucking.
Watson ass gimmick, bro. He
Dude,
literally just stole Percy's gimmick. I'm sorry.
he might be one of the fucking most wannabe pro wrestlers I'd ever seen in my life. He truly does give Natalia a run for her money for wannabe ass wrestler, man. And at least she can actually wrestle.
Yes.
This dude is out there just whatever the fuck that shit is,
Dude,
dude.
that
He
is
is God.
terrible.
If if I'm Shawn Michaels and I'm watching Gorilla and I see that shit, he's coming to the back and I'm handing him a pink slip right there, bro. You're done. You're done. You pull that shit on me, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. That crop of NXT, besides like Mason Rook, is horrible. And I like Tony D, But like you could do a lot cooler with Tony D. You don't gotta go full mobster, but you do kind of something in between, in my opinion, man. But man, they could really use a Santana down there, and yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. is still down there. He's talk about a fake demon, man. Talk about a fake
Oh,
ass demon. He's another one on that fake demon list,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, he is.
He actually is. I get wanting to
Naraku.
be different than your family. I get that, and I do respect the idea of that. But your family legacy is actually like really cool and really not like super copycat like for some people are. I really wish he would have went like a more rogue, kind of Sammy Callahan, John Moxley type of shit for him. I really wish he would have, because that whole like weird fuckboy thing he's got going on down there is fucking horrible. It is god awful.
I'm sorry too, but like say what you want, even in like her like prime bad days, like say what you want about Charlotte. Like sometimes it's okay to do the copycat gimmick.
To
Like
just be,
sometimes it just
that's kind of
fucking
the
like
point.
resonates with people.
Yeah, exactly. You don't think that's probably what the Avery Styles, you don't think half of him is probably going to be, the Styles, he's phenomenal type shit. And I don't think that's going to be bad at all. I'm actually really, I like that idea of like a younger version of your family. And I really, man, I hate that whole fuckboy thing he's got going on down there with that fucking stupid beard and shit. I hate it. I fucking hate it. He's
Yeah,
such a fake demon.
he's a fake ass demon, bro. He really is. Um he really is. But yeah, Mike Santana, man, I'm excited for him to come in. You know, I was just watching this video of my guy Cam Hendricks, bro, doing his little dance here, bro. This dude is absolutely
I,
terrible. For anybody that has elite ball knowledge, bro, if any of you guys remember Percy Watson in like from NXT, this is literally Percy's gimmick, but at least Percy was like fucking funny.
at least he was good
And
dorky.
and he was a fucking goated commentator. Like, dude was like off the charts commentator, bro. Um,
He would like fucking like moan and yell all the fucking time, and it was the
bro,
best worst thing ever, dude. It was great.
Percy was good, man. Percy was good when he was with Morrow and Nigel, bro. He
And
was
that
a
I was gonna say when they were the three together, that was a good fucking commentary team, man. He
yeah.
fucking man, he would dress like he was going to the club,
Oh,
and
dude,
there would
them
be a
fucking
commentary.
glasses, bro. Dude,
Those
man.
fucking like 2013 ass glasses he would wear. That shit was hilarious. The frameless, or the glassless glasses he would
Oh,
be
dude,
wearing.
bro just wore the fucking
Hilarious.
frames. Dude, Percy was the man, bro. Percy actually, again, he grew into himself as a really
He did
he was a great third option commentator. He was one of the best third option commentators like I've ever
at the
listened
time.
to. Um,
Mm.
that was like such a goated commentary trio. But hell of a lot better than this bullshit they got now on NXT. But yeah, it's
Fuck.
literally it is. He's so ass, bro. He's so fucking ass, dude. He's oh my god. He's
Oh,
fucking
Lord.
terrible. Um, but yes, that is the news for Santana. That is the news for Santana. Jeff brings up a good point. He says, talking about Brian Pillman, he says we didn't get Brian long enough to begin with. It wouldn't be overdone, but a continuation.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
Yeah.
God, it would have been so dope. Oh man, that would have been really, especially like he would have came into NXT right at like the whole NXT 2.0 thing. So I have someone like different, like a Brian Pillman Jr. could have been would have been so
Mhm.
perfect and fucking clashed so well with the rest of that roster. Man, he really is missing out on an actual good career.
Yeah, I really would have loved if he kept the Brian Pillman Jr. name too, and then again did that kind of loose cannon
That
type
role,
of
yeah.
type of gimmick. Man, I
Hmm.
think that just would have been. I think it would have been. I think it would have been best. Again, Brian Pillman is one of those guys. Like Jeff says, like not only did we like get him for like a long period of time, but it's like his character could have had like so many different layers and like been so
Yeah,
intriguing. You know what I mean? It's like he's one of the more intriguing guys, you know, of that time period for me. Of just like, again, characters that just had a lot of layers and just looked very cool. And he could have played to that perfectly. And again, you know, again, look at what it did for like. Look at what it did for people like Charlotte, bro. Like like a lot of
Hmm.
times, bro. Like people, you know, when people, you know, do the little copycat gimmick, sometimes it is best, sometimes it is just what helps resonate with people, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
again, that's what made a lot of people, I guess, resonate or like understand Charlotte. Okay, she's Ric Flair's daughter, she's kind of got the remix theme song, she's got the robe, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like
Her
it's fucking,
character's
it's
got the
cool.
ego of being the
Yes.
son or the daughter of someone so like legit and like famous.
Yes.
Like it just works, man. It works, and like especially with Brian Pillman Jr., it could add a thing of like, you know, his character like in a way kind of like hates, you know, management and whatnot for you know all the stuff, you know what that his character, that the dad's character would do, and you know you just do cool stuff like that. Maybe like wanting, you know, revenge in a way for his day. Like you could have done so much cool shit.
They really could have. They really could have, bro. But as the news on Mike Santana, um, we got some WWE. We got some. We we got this club WWE stuff, bro. WWE has officially dropped all the perks for what it is to be a club WWE member. And I have prepared the perks for you guys here. Club WWE is officially dropping, and they've announced all the perks. They sent out this tweet. It says Club WWE is the ultimate WWE insider membership, built for fans who want more. Here's everything included for just $99 a year.
Just
That's only $8.25 per month when you sign up for a year. Thanks.
yeah,
You
no
get
shit.
you get you get exclusive content. Go deeper
Mm-hmm.
with backstage moments, superstar shows, exclusive or interview exclusives, and extended wrestling content you can't find anywhere else except for on Twitter when somebody reposts the shit. Ticketing,
100%.
ticketing and live events. Get exclusive tickets, exclusive ticket presale access, flash discounts, and member-only live events. Benefits
Oh,
on
that's
site,
well.
like dedicated entrances and lounges. What? Members only shop. This is the one that pisses me off. Own gear nobody else can buy. Member only colorways, limited edition capsule collections, and collaboration pieces designed exclusively for Club WWE, including John Cena's Never Seen 17 collection plus flash discounts. And the flash discounts and the Never Seen 17 collection is about the only cool thing in here. Digital community, dedicated community forum with live chats. Can't wait to see how bad those get. Live chats during events, superstar AMAs, and watch alongs. And then you get points and rewards. Earn credits to redeem for prizes. This is just the start. Club WWE membership is built to grow, and founding members will be along for all of it.
And what's their deal with the founding members thing? Like they keep founding members will blah blah blah. Like what are you talking about, man? So if I sign up in fucking a year and a half, I don't get half of this shit. What the fuck would I be signing up for? I don't get it, man. This gotta be one of the most greediest dumb shit I've ever seen. First of all, you break down every one of these, and it's ass. Exclusive content. So half of the stuff we see on Unreal, they're just probably gonna cut from Unreal and just show you like fucking a 30-second clip of Triple H talking to fucking Cody Rhodes backstage with their deeper backstage moments. The exclusive interviews, dude. In-company interviews for any company are always ass. It is just the most happy-go-lucky, I love working here shit you'll ever watch. Those suck too. Exclusive wrestling content. I wouldn't be shocked if they like film live events now, and that's how you can watch them and shit. It's probably what that shit's gonna be. Um, yeah, and I like how with the ticket sale thing, it's not, you get access to tickets sooner and you get a discount. No, 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 no. You don't get the discount like that. You just get to access it sooner. You're still gonna pay full price, and you'll get a flash discounts. But like, what if the pay-per-view you want to go to ain't on discount? Just because it's on discount, don't mean I'm gonna go to the pay-per-view. Horrible system here. Um, Dedicated entrances and lounges. You know how they do like that. There's always like two families that get to do the little fake ass entrance before the show as they're setting it
Yes.
up. It's gonna be that, which is like you're paying for that. I don't know, man. I don't know. The shop part, like you said, is the only cool thing, and genuinely the only thing that shouldn't be here. You really shouldn't be limiting what people can get to a membership. That is really bad. And it's just a horrible system, which I don't like, man. And the digital community is going to be hilarious. I can't wait to see the chats that people are going to post of their little digital community. Oh, that's going to be hilarious, man. What a scam that this is, bro.
These motherfuckers are gonna be lying their ass off on the chat board talking about, man, this Jey Uso match was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. How great!
Yep,
How great's this Raw? Let me in the fucking chat board, please.
I'm
I'm
telling
gonna
you.
ask all these people what's wrong with their fucking brains. But anyways, honestly, looking up and down, obviously Sir K just broke it down bar for you guys, bro. The only thing to me that sounds like good in this, and not that I'm saying this is sounds worth it at all, but the only thing that sounds good is the flash discounts for the shop. I guess that's cool, I guess, even though they do flash discounts all the time. So that kind of scares me for
Yeah.
like us regular like buyers. Like, are those gonna go away? And then the big one, the John Cena Never Seen 17 collection. We've obviously heard about that for a minute. Obviously, this is going to be the 17 shirts that were cut from the farewell tour because John Cena wanted to do a full farewell tour, but they fucking only reduced him to the 36 dates that it was. The fucking pieces of shit. There was supposed to be 17 extra ones in there that we didn't end up getting, and they're going to be hidden behind this paywall, which absolutely just irks me. Well, I gotta say, this sounds like an absolute scam, bro. Up and down, this sounds like an
Hmm.
absolute scam. This is gonna be the corniest bullshit that you could possibly see. Again, this exclusive content, it's gonna be no different than fucking CM Punk coming back from his match and
Yep.
fucking saying something to the club WWE camera and then going to talk to Triple H, so these fans could feel like they're getting their money's worth. And that's what that's going to be. And then you get pre-sale ticket access for what? To go and buy overly priced tickets. You get first dibs. Like, okay.
Oh
And then
yeah.
too, WWE's in it for making money. Why are you hiding shirt colorways behind why are you
Oh,
limiting people from buying stuff? Like,
it makes no sense.
so it's like if Roman Reigns comes out wearing a black shirt and then he comes out the next week wearing the same merch, but it's like a red version. So the fans that don't have money to pay for a $99 membership, they just can't buy like a version of this shirt that they wanted to. It's like kind of leaving money on the table there, but okay. You're limiting people that again maybe can't afford this stupid membership. But I digress. I digress. I think something that would be cool for Club WWE is the little like all elite crate type of system where it's like all
That'd be
members get
cool.
like 2 free shirts a month that are
Yeah.
club exclusive. That'd
And
be
you
cool.
get Yeah, I was gonna say, do like you said, do an all elite crate where you get some stickers, you get 2 shirts, you get like 3
Magnets.
patches,
Yeah.
you get a little signed picture of somebody. Do shit
Yeah.
like that, dude. That would be cool. I've actually been thinking about getting the all elite crate again, man. I don't know. I gotta see how the last one's been, man. But they've been
Yeah, I
good.
have to.
They've been in my good graces.
I
So
have to.
I might look into that.
Me too, bro. Me too. um
Good AEW.
um but I don't know, man. Eh, scam. A scam. The
It's a
like
scam.
legit like that like that's just the best way you could describe this. This just legitimately just sounds like a scam. But it gets better. Because the founding members, this is what the founding members get. It's been released today that the founding members receive this after signing up. You get a match used canvas
Oh,
acrylic collectible. You get a Club
brother.
WWE lanyard. They
Oh,
sold me. They sold me,
oh
dude.
man.
They got
Oh
me.
shit.
Gotta get that lanyard, bro. And you get a founding member pin with a letter to members from John Cena.
Oh, what? I get a
Brother,
corporately typed letter that he put his name in? No way.
brother, listen. John Cena is my goat. John Cena did not write that letter, bro. He did not. He signed the bottom of the letter, and that was it.
That was it.
John is my goat, and I'm telling you right now, bro.
Sign it.
They done gave him some slop. Hey, thank you guys for signing up and blah 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 blah. Hey, John, can you fucking sign your name right there? And we're gonna send these to people. Get out of here, bro. What in the world? This is like that ain't nothing more than I don't know if you guys remember the old, like, right when Mattel took over, we would get we would get Jeff says printed signatures.
Yeah.
Right when Mattel took over, John Cena's signature would be on like the back of the box, right? And it's like it's not
Oh,
his
it's signed by
signature. It's just I
Bron.
legitimately, bro. I was such a big Cena fan. I would bring the back of the fucking box to school, dead ass, put it in my folder, and I would go to school and tell motherfuckers that I had John Cena's signature, bro.
Hey.
And then I used to get pissed because people would be like, "Bro, that's not his signature, bro. It's just that's printed
This is
onto every
print.
box." And I used to be like, I used to be like, "Fuck you, dude. This is John Cena's
Fuck
signature."
you, asshole. This is
This
my
is
fucking signature, man.
to me, it was John Cena's signature, bro. And that's what these WWE Club WWE fans are gonna have to say, bro. That's what they're gonna have to
Ugh.
say to people.
Just, yeah,
Um,
man, I got Cena's signature. No, you didn't.
which they were right for telling me I didn't, but to me, I had John Cena's signature, bro.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. What a
But look,
scam.
man. Um, let's see. Oh, I also forgot to mention, man, the founding
Oh.
members get an exclusive ticket offer for SummerSlam. Oh, do they get the cheap tickets? Do they get the
You,
affordable prices that you got to
you
pay
might as well give
99 and extra bucks for?
you might as well make it free at that point for Club WWE members because you ain't getting no sales.
Also, too, going back to Cena, do you know how many like sales you're gonna get on that Never Seen 17 collection, and you hide that behind a paywall? Like, are you actually dumb?
It makes no fucking sense, dude. It makes no goddamn sense why they would do that, man. You literally might as well, like you said, do an all elite crate and make it like random original one time shirts. Boom.
Yes.
That's it. Hell, if it's $99, you could throw a random figure in there too for that fucking price. You might as well.
Fuck yeah, that'd be dope. You get that and that. See, that would be cool stuff. That would be stuff that would be stuff to entice people
Entice
like
people.
me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you get
Get,
like you get a fucking exclusive. You get a monthly exclusive figure. That'd be dope.
boom.
That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah. You get 2 t-shirts exclusive, man. You get some stickers, maybe like a cool. Occasionally, you'll get like AJ Styles gloves and shit. Like, do cool shit, dude, or do like just cool shit like that, man. That would be cool shit. But you literally just get to watch and buy more stuff that don't mean nothing, dude. It's a horrible deal.
So ass, bro. So ass. WWE, we got some more incoming, possibly, locations for WWE. MLB sources have shared that WWE has been looking into the potential of running a major premium live event at American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I actually drove right their highway literally drives like right fucking past the
It's
Brewers
crazy.
field. It's beautiful. Milwaukee's got some one of these years we should definitely look into going to a Milwaukee show because they have
I'd be down.
like a it's only like 2 hours away, and the Fiserv Forum is another like
Hmm.
beautiful looking arena, man. It's super futuristic looking, real cool. Anyways, a source states that WWE was looking at the fall of 2026 or 2027. Nothing has been officially locked in. So American Family Fields, where the Milwaukee Brewers play, seems pretty cool. It looked pretty cool from the outside, at least from what I seen. I thought that was real cool. I'm a big geek for like seeing fucking stadiums. I don't know. I don't know why. Is
Yeah,
anybody else
I
like
am
that,
too.
or is it just me? I always love like driving on the Dan Ryan and you fucking drive past Comiskey.
It's
Super
dope.
super dope. Or like anytime I went to Shed Aquarium with the niece like maybe like a year ago at this point, and like dude, driving like Shed Aquarium, like you're like literally like I think the
Notorious
parking for
City.
Shed Aquarium, some of the parking is at Soldier Field. Like I'm always a big geek for seeing like Soldier Field or like the United Center, and I don't know, but yeah, seeing I did see this one. I did have the pleasure of seeing this one, and it was very cool, man. I actually really hope WWE does go here. It is enclosed. It is enclosed, so maybe they could do like a Royal Rumble there. Maybe we could get like a
That'd be
Milwaukee
cool.
Bucks theme or a Brewers theme. Even though the Brewers logo doesn't really have too much character, it's just like a fucking catching glove. So a
Mm,
Milwaukee Bucks theme one would be
that'd be sick.
super sick. But who knows, man? Maybe we could get a Royal Rumble here or something like that. But I think it would be a great location. And two, us from Chicago, I always hear I got a couple buddies that always like go to the Milwaukee shows. They always say the Milwaukee shows are way cheaper.
That's good. That's good to see. I would be down for that. I like that idea. I could definitely see something in the fall or winter, man. And I would definitely be down for something like that, man. Most definitely. I like the sound of that. I like them doing something like that. And I think it'd be a cool show.
Yes. More more show news. It's a big one. Well, it doesn't seem like Milwaukee's getting the fall of 2026, at least for Survivor Series, because Survivor Series War Games has been announced for Houston Saturday, November 28th at Dacan Park. I think that's how you say that. Um, Obviously, you could see we got the Houston Astros um, uh, theme going on here. We got the navy blue with the orange. Um, I gotta say, pretty dope. This is obviously where the Astros play. So obviously it makes it makes sense to do that. They did this last year with the Padres. And I actually really like that. I actually really like that this is something that WWE does. I wish this is something that AEW would maybe do a little bit more, is play to like the sports teams a little bit more. And I really like it, man. I really like the theme. It's different for Survivor Series, which again they've been doing a pretty good job at the past couple years at making things theme specific to like the sports team. So I like it. I think it's a good. I think it's a good. I think it's a really good theme. Houston sometimes can be a bit of a questionable crowd, so hopefully that goes well. But nonetheless, I'm excited to see how it looks, and hopefully the show's not as fucking atrocious as it was last year, because one more year of this bullshit, and I'm gonna start lobbying for the traditional 5-on-5s to make a return.
Oh, 100%. They might as well at this point, but they love the war games, whole structure and advertisement and all that, man. I think they're gonna keep it probably, no matter how ass
Yeah.
this will probably be. And it'll probably be ass because it's gonna be bloodline fucking super bloodline versus super bloodline haters. It's gonna be a disaster, man. But I like the colorway. That's very cool theme. I like it. Houston, like you said, iffy crowd. Hopefully this one's good, man. Hopefully I can't remember the last time they've been in Houston, so maybe they'll be better since I don't think they've gotten a show in a minute. Not that I could remember, man. So it's just last year's Survivor Series was just pure ass. That was a horrible, horrible, horrible show, and I don't expect much good from this one. So it's hard to get excited for when it comes of a Survivor Series nowadays, man. Especially when we already know like what it's being set up to be. Like I said, super bloodline versus anti bloodline. I am not excited.
100%, man, 100%. So Survivor Series is headed to Houston, and yeah, who knows, man? Maybe they'll get the ongoing saga of the bloodline, man. Either way, um, dude, just don't let it be trash, bro. Please don't fucking let it be trash. I promise you, dude. I oh my god, I've about had it, bro. I've
It probably will.
it probably will be. Yes, you're probably right.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. We'll see. Gunther. Gunther. Eeh. According to Self-Made PW, original creative plans reportedly had Gunther set to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, followed by a clash with Roman Reigns in late spring or early summer. I
It's the
think they meant
same time.
before he was set for a clash with Roman Reigns, because SummerSlam's like the end of summer for WWE. But I I don't know, maybe they just misspoke. But those plans were ultimately scrapped for undisclosed reasons, because we had to make Cody look good and Gunther had to be a casualty,
Yep.
resulting in
Hmm.
major creative changes. Now, speaking of SummerSlam, PW Insider followed up today, stating that Gunther versus Nick Aldis is 100% set for SummerSlam. WWE sources have confirmed that the match is currently planned for the PLE in Minneapolis, Minnesota next month. And according to a tweet I read, I don't know how true this is,
Oh, I
Nick
know which one you're
Aldis
talking about.
is apparently one of the youngest guys on the SummerSlam card. The SmackDown
Uh,
general manager.
He's one of the youngest guys on the card, man. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. And I do think this match is happening. Obviously, they said it's gonna happen, and I like the idea of the match. I like all this. Apparently he's younger than their main event scene, which is this is just funny at this point. You could only laugh at that, man. Um, Very interesting to see how plans change. Obviously, plans changed because Cody Crybaby needs to, be in the world title situation. So does CM Punk, and of course they wanted to run back Shield lore. So
Right.
Gunther kind of got screwed over and all that shit, man. And they just wanted to do more Oba and Brock matches. So Gunther literally had nobody except the GM of SmackDown, Two Face, man, which is just kind of hilarious in a way, man. And but it's not it's not an ego fest in that main event scene, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's not a power struggle, man. Not at all.
Not at
Not
all.
at all. It's not a bunch of a bunch of selfish motherfuckers, lobbying for their spot. But we have a problem with AEW. We have a problem with people
Oh
wanting
yeah.
to see the everybody eat. You know,
Oh yeah.
that's
It's such
that's
a
just great.
because that means you want the company to fail,
Yeah,
and you have no faith in the company.
yeah,
You
exactly,
don't want to be a top guy there.
exactly. As for Brock, and Gunther. I think we all kind of knew this was the original plan for SummerSlam. This was something that I did not care to see, to be honest. I would have done, the Gunther Brock match at like a Rumble or a Chamber just to get it out of the way. You know what I mean? Get that Gunther Brock match out before you retired Brock Lesnar to Obafemi at WrestleMania. But I digress. Obviously, they didn't go that route. And then early in the summer, when Roman was champion, I remember that night after WrestleMania, everybody was hype. Everybody was like, man, we got some shark-infested waters on Monday night. Everybody's gunning for Roman Reigns. I was excited for Roman and Gunther. I was excited to see Roman Reigns, fighting other people, not involved with the bloodline. And then they ship Gunther over to SmackDown to get absolutely waxed by Chad Rhodes. And yeah, and then Roman Reigns went right fucking back to doing bloodline business. And yeah, we are currently in the state of wrestling that we're in now. None of this ended up working out. Absolutely none of it. At this point, I'm fucking left wondering if these Gunther Roman plans were fucking better.
They probably were, if I'm being honest.
So I don't know, man. WWE, they are wonderful at just fucking things up. I tell you, they master's degree in fucking shit up.
They really are, dude. They really are.
And speaking of fucking shit up, our final story before we get on to the Saturday night's main event predictions: Bron Breakker.
Before this, did you get the Judge Jordan Grace story?
I think I did.
One where they have no plans for her.
Oh shit. Okay, gotcha. Here we go. Forgot to write this one down. Yeah, well, I actually I did this with Matt Cardona too. I just remembered his. I forgot to write the Jordan one, bro. Okay. Speaking with the Hump, Sean Ross Sapp says that Jordan Grace is still around WWE television, but the company has no creative direction, despite her being available to appear. He says she's there. She's at TV. Sometimes there's no vision for her. No idea. They have no idea what to do with her. They're wasting time with her. I mean, she's only 30, but she hasn't been on main event in like a month either. Just nothing.
Brother, what are we doing here, man? This is you used her better when she would just make appearances when she worked in TNA than you do actually employing her. What is wrong with y'all? What are y'all doing? Y'all have nothing to do on SmackDown half the time. Just use her. I don't understand this WWE mentality. She's such a great talent that they're severely underusing over there on SmackDown. It's very sad to see.
Jordan Grace, I think you summed it up best. How did you use her better when she wasn't employed with the company? But now that you have her, like, you don't do anything with her. Like, bro, you understand, like, all these women you feature on SmackDown, like the Be Fabulous group and Jade Cargill and, 90% of these acts you have on SmackDown, Jordan Grace is better than them. And Monday Night Raw, too. I'd fucking rather see Jordan Grace than the Judgment Day. I'd rather, what are the Judgment Day doing? I'd rather see Jordan Grace than, minus, like, Roxanne, maybe. But, like...
Than Liv, than Raquel.
Have y'all not seen the fucking clips of Jordan Grace and Tessa Blanchard absolutely tweaking, bro? Like, you have that woman on your roster. She's on the roster.
It makes no sense, man.
Makes little to no sense. And I seen a post. I agreed with 50% of it. It was like Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry, main event talents in TNA, but in WWE, they're jobbers. I agree with the Jordan Grace part. Joe Hendry Joe Hendry's an absolute
He is a
fucking
jobber.
scrub. He's a fake ass demon, bro. He tried to pose like he was
Mhm.
some huge star. Nah, bro. You ain't nothing but a poser. You ain't nothing but bluffing, motherfucker. You suck. You're a fake ass
Mhm.
demon. But anyway, um, yeah. Again, I mean, Jordan Grace, man. What are you doing?
Like, what are we doing?
It's again, it's not like your
And
SmackDown division is. It's not like your SmackDown division is fucking stacked with women that you're using. Great.
correctly, like it makes no your champion is injured and we don't even see her. Like, brother, what are we doing here? Like Kevin says, how you doing, man? The roster's so bloated and they don't know how to rotate their talent. It's the simplest system. Just rotate talent. But they're not good at that, man. Triple H is really not good at that.
No, not at all.
Maxine is getting more. That is
Maxine
true.
Dupree is dead ass getting more TV time than Jordan Grace. Why did
That's
why
beyond
did you
wild.
call her up so quickly? And this is Mr. We don't call people up unless there's a plan, Triple H. Why'd you call her up?
Ugh,
She
makes
could have
no
been in
sense.
NXT. She could have had herself a nice little run with that NXT Women's Championship, but no, you had to fucking get her on SmackDown to do nothing. Dummy. What a dummy. I would say, Maxine ended up being the first Paul Heyman girl, but it looks like Paul Heyman doesn't really
He
want
dumped
anything
them.
to do with like this Maxine led vision.
Yeah, it seems like the fucking
So
he
maybe
knows
there's
the
still hope.
bloodline is calling his name.
Yeah.
So maybe there is still hope,
Yeah.
man.
Maybe Jordan Grace will join the bloodline, bro. She'll be the first Paul
You know,
Heyman.
maybe you, we'll, we'll move on.
Bro, Nick Khan did say that, dude. We don't bench people. Jordan
I
Grace
don't bench
has
people, bro.
been ordered to the bench.
Benched.
What happened to Sheamus?
Exactly. Benched.
I wonder if
New
if
Day.
if Club WWE, man, what happened to Grayson Waller, bro? Did he not get benched? Is that not what we consider that?
He's on main event, dude.
Brother,
He's reinvising himself. What did he called himself something on main event. It was fucking hilarious.
God. Jordan Grace. Oh no, that's what I was saying. I wonder for Club WWE if you get to get like behind the scenes to like them calling Sheamus to let him know that his services aren't needed anymore.
I wonder, man. I wonder.
Our final news story for today, man. Bron Breakker was reportedly, this is according to Self-Made PW, Bron Breakker was reportedly unhappy with the creative direction of his character earlier this year. I'm pretty sure these frustrations are still valid.
100%.
He is said to have spoken with people within WWE about shifting away from his current storyline and exploring a new creative direction.
He wants out the vision. That's what it is.
1000% is what that is. Dude, he probably wants Bronson back and he wants to get the fuck out of this group. And we've been saying that for a long time. The best way to go about this is getting Braun and getting Bronson back together and putting them with Paul Heyman. That was the best this group has ever looked. That's the best. That is the best the group has ever looked, bro. Both of those guys coming out with spiked jackets, bro, being the absolute monster of a pairing they were, having them, maybe even take the tag titles eventually from the Vision. I think would be best. I think would be best, man. Bro, this is this is absolutely sad to see, man. CM Punk, he doesn't feel bad at all for taking the title off of the youngster, the 41-year-old youngster Sami Zayn. But I wonder where he stands on beating the 28-year-old youngster Bron Breakker, or however old he is. I think he's 28. Hold on. Bron Breakker.
Man. How old is this man?
Yes,
Probably
he's
like
28
29
years
from
old.
28. Okay.
He's 28 years old. You got a gold mine sitting right on your fucking lap. Guy should have been a world champion, and instead, he's hanging around with the Vision Queen Maxine and Austin Theory and Logan Paul. Get this
And Logan
fucking guy
Paul.
out of the group, bro. Again, Bron and Bronson, or we were talking about it earlier. See Kevin saying it here. You could even get the fucking Wolf Dogs back together, and that would be
You
better.
really could.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, bro.
The
Go to
trio.
Austin Theory's Instagram and look at the portraits that they've captured since Maxine has been in the group.
Oh, he's
Braun
depressed.
Breaker looks so miserable in those fucking pictures, dude. It is so bad, dude. I absolutely hate it too, because I like wrestling fans. They want to clown on Braun Breaker, like, oh, this dude is overrated the whole time anyway. Like, shut the fuck up,
Wrestling fans.
please.
Oh,
They always like to put it on the talent, bro. Again, this dude should have been a world champion. This dude, and it's like, dude, they've done the same thing with like Jacob Fatu, where it's like they've like cut these guys out from the fucking knees, bro. Like a year ago, Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu look like the undisputed future. Now these guys just look like back seats in storylines, where it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And we're promoting CM Punk and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Meanwhile, our future guys, our future fucking assets, this is what we are doing. You idiots.
it makes no sense, and it's so frustrating. Him wanting different creative is obviously him just wanting out the fucking vision. This group sucks. It failed. Seth Rollins got injured. They left it. They broke it up with Seth at least, and the goal should have been getting the world title on Braun and doing something with that group, and they never did. That group dudded out, man. You started adding all these stupid people. You had Logan Paul, you had Maxine Dupree. This group is a joke, man. And I hope they heed to Braun's request and you get him out. Get Bronson out of that group too. Get those two out of that group. You could fucking put him with Baron Corbin on SmackDown if you want. That actually would probably be really cool. That would probably help SmackDown at that point. Some type of entity like that. And please just move on at this point. I don't know if they will. They hate creative people and they hate people wanting better for themselves. I wouldn't be shocked if, due to asking to be changed and due to not liking that is creative, they double down and just keep him as a vision guy. I hope they don't do that, man. And I hope that he gets better in his career because he is phenomenal. And CM Punk fucking failed him. Triple H failed them, and I really hope they could turn it around, man. Because you're in the time period where you could fucking turn it around, and I really hope you do it as soon as possible before it's too late.
100%, man. And everybody giving Triple H like the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, we got nothing but time with Braun Breaker. He's 28 years old, bro. Once upon a time, I remember, I remember people giving WWE the benefit of the doubt with guys like Andrade. I remember back in like 2018 or 19, he like wasn't in Money in the Bank, and people were like, "Oh, we got nothing but time. He's gonna be in multiple Money in the Bank matches." And they don't do anything with him. They release him, bring him back to the company, still don't fucking do anything with him. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke with these people. It is an absolute joke with these people how your fan base constantly gives you the benefit of the doubt and you do absolutely nothing with them. If Triple H, that motherfucker, was 28 years old and was doing what Braun Breaker's doing now, he would have a fucking fit. Or is it that? Or you know, Triple H hasn't always it's been very well known that he's not really a big fan of the Steiners. Is he being a bitter fuck with Braun Breaker?
It could be being a bitter fuck. I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't either, bro. Again, it is you know, it's guys like Triple H and these guys that are in that main event scene, bro. If CM Punk was 28 years old and had to
Yep.
lose in a world championship match to an almost 50-year-old guy, he would be bitching about it. Cody Rhodes used to tell stories about how when he was young in the business, watching Randy Orton win, he was sitting on the outside of the ring fucking crying, thinking, oh, maybe it's going to be me next year. Like, dude, but it's okay now. It's okay now
It's
that
okay
they're on
now.
top. I mean, it's
Yep. These young guys
ridiculous,
don't know
bro.
respect if they complain about it.
Yeah, these young guys got to pay their dues. Again, if CM Punk or Triple H were 28 years old, losing to a 50-something-year-old or damn near 50-something-year-old, they would have a fucking fit, bro. They would have a fit.
Mm-hmm.
Get Bron Breakker. God, stop it. Stop it with this dude, bro. Please, whatever you're doing, just stop it.
Please.
Justice for Bron Breakker, bro. Get him out of this fucking group. Get him and Paul Heyman doing stuff they actually should be doing. And everybody always says, oh, well, the reason they don't push Bron is because he needs work on the mic. Bro, his stuff with CM Punk, he got way better. Like, he's a lot better than people fucking give him credit for. It's like the same thing people say about LA Knight. Like, oh, they don't push LA Knight because he's just an in-ring guy. He's not really that, he's an in-ring guy, and he's just a talker. He's not really an in-ring guy. He's a lot fucking better than people give him credit for. They say the same thing people say the same thing about Dominic. Oh, they don't really push Dominic because he hasn't developed in the ring. Again, a lot fucking better than people give him credit for. And you can say the same thing with Bron Breakker, bro. He's not really that good in the ring. He's not really that good on the mic. He definitely needs work in the ring, but he's a lot better he's a lot better on the microphone than people give him credit for. And also, people that say he's not that good in the ring, you don't. So let's take him out of the main event scene where he's gonna learn the most. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, makes no sense, dude.
Kevin, don't get me started with Dragunov, bro. Don't even get me started.
Don't.
I've about had it. I have about fucking had it.
That's it, man.
Another week.
Ooh. Another week. I think it's been like a lot of days, actually.
Almost 4 months.
3
months almost. All right, man. We got some predictions for you guys, man. We got Saturday night's main event, New York City predictions. We will not be reviewing Saturday night's main event. We're just going to briefly talk about it, man. Again, there will be no post-show review. If anything big enough does happen, we'll run it down on Unscripted, man. But we got the women's tag titles.
Okay.
We have Brie Bella and Paige, forgot they were still the champions, versus Fatal Influence. I almost called them Toxic Attraction. Laney Reed, Fallon Henley, and JC Jane. I don't know which two members it's going to be, but yeah, here we have this match. Do you think Fatal Influence is finally going to get their moment, bro?
They should. They're a recent call-up that should get some wins and some accolades under their belt, but they won't. And these old heads will just continue winning and doing nothing with those titles, man. It's going to be a Brie Bella and fucking Paige victory here.
Uh-oh, man. Tom Brady just slapped Logan Paul at Fanatics Fest.
I saw, and did you see that he said he wants a match?
Yes, I did. He said he's, and I quote, waiting for Nick Khan to come up with a storyline for him.
That's what we're waiting for, man.
They just love doing they just love doing the fucking two-step on kayfabe,
Bro, get ready for Saudi Mania, man. That's all I'm saying. Get ready for Saudi Mania.
It's gonna be, oh god. Ay. I'll go ahead and say Fatal Influence, only because the younger talent.
I hope so.
For younger talent purposes. Next up, we have Bally versus Lyra Valkyria. It's always going to be a good show when Lyra's on it, man. Remember that.
That is true.
You know, I'm thinking Lyra here. I'm thinking Lyra. I mentioned it on Unscripted, bro, but I'm thinking we see Lyra here, and then we end up seeing you know, maybe Bailey putting her career up on the line at SummerSlam, bro. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Lyra gets pulls out the victory here.
I think so. I think so. I think she's gonna get the victory here. I think they're gonna have another match at SummerSlam, and I think she's still gonna get the victory here. But I see like that overall event happening, so I'm gonna say Lyra.
Yes, sir. The next up, we have JD McDonough finally getting his chance to grind on Danhausen, bro. He's gonna grind on him. It's gonna definitely be something to watch. Who you got here, man?
It's gonna be Danhausen, dude. He's gonna get the jersey back because the Knicks are gonna help him and shit, and the Judgment Day is gonna get blown up by Pyro or whatever the fuck. It's a fucking Danhausen win. Poor JD.
Yeah, poor JD is right, bro. Yeah, this one's gonna go to Danhausen. We obviously know they wanted Jalen Brunson to get like physical here or whatever, but obviously they found another role for him to not get physical. We're probably gonna see like Josh Hart or fucking Carl Anthony Towns, you know, helping Danhausen you win this. Maybe Landry Shaman, bro. Maybe Landry Shaman will appear.
Exactly.
But
Mark out.
but yeah, Danhausen is I don't know. I think Danhausen might be the one grinding on JD McDonough here, bro. But yeah, I'm going Danhausen.
Same.
Next up, according to WWE.com, Roman Reigns will be the OTC will be inviting the King of New York to the Mecca of basketball.
Why would he
Jalen
invite
Brunson.
him into his arena? That's like inviting the fucking Blackhawks to the United Center.
Yeah, that's like
It's
inviting the
their
fucking
arena.
president to the White House. This is my
It's
fucking place.
This
is my
his
shit.
arena. They're gonna have some fucking little fucking jerk off segment for Roman Reigns, and
According to
that's all it's gonna be.
WWE.com, this is an acknowledgement.
He's gonna fucking
Why?
acknowledge.
Why would Roman Reigns acknowledge that Jalen Brunson is the King of New York? He already won the chip, bro.
He already won. He won the chip. Like, WWE, man, gotta love it.
I don't
Getting
understand.
Solo is gonna interfere in this and fuck with Roman Reigns. Probably, actually.
This is gonna end with. And what is this image, bro? Why is Jalen Brunson looking like to his side at Roman Reigns? And the hoodie, bro.
Image.
Get that hoodie
He's
off of him, bro.
Club.
That's not his hoodie. He's not wearing that.
His hoodie. He's wearing that, bro.
But Roman Reigns inviting the King of New York to New York. That makes a ton of sense. And then we have Cody Rhodes and CM Punk versus Sami Zayn and Gunther. What in the fucking blue hell is this?
This garbage ass match. They coexist, man. I don't know if Triple H can coexist with sanity at this point, man. It's gonna be a Cody and Punk win, which is just gonna make it all the funnier. It's just gonna, because they're gonna bicker and they're gonna fucking try to outspot each other and tag each other in and tag themselves in, and they're still gonna win, which is gonna be the best part.
Yes, they are, bro. Yes, they are.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna win. I don't know if this is just gonna be, maybe because Sammy and Gunther are too dysfunctional of a team or whatever the case is. Whatever it is, it's gonna be horrible, and I absolutely have no hope. And this is just gonna be a chat off, man. This is gonna be Cody and Punk trying to act like they like each other, but they really can't stand each other. Because we all know Cody just wants one thing. This fucking sucks already. Not excited for this, not one bit, but yeah, this is what we're doing, man. This is what we're doing. But yes, Cody and Punk are gonna win. maybe Punk's gonna, get the winning blow, but Cody's gonna steal the cover and,
I
send
could
a
see that
warning to
too.
Punk. I don't fucking know, dude. This is gonna, this is gonna be a chat off. That's what
Yep.
we've been saying, bro. But that's everything for Saturday night's main event in New York City, man. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good show with a hot crowd. And yeah, that's that, man. That is
Everything.
that. So that's everything for you guys here today, man. And this is gonna do it for episode 328. Or I'm sorry, 327 of the news. That is gonna do it. Thank you everybody who joined us here today. We got my guy Kevin, Durante, Manager Logan. We got my guy Jeff. Thank you guys, and of course my guy Gotti. Thank you guys as always for joining us here today. And that is gonna do it for another edition of the news. This has been episode 327, and it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And that's okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all on Monday after Monday Night Raw with NHP Unscripted.
Peace.